somebody let me know if there is... Yeah, like, please tell me if that Twitch is just actually broadcasting. Okay, looks like it is from my end as well. Cool. Oh. Let's get ready to rumble! Hey. Good evening! Hello, welcome in everybody. Hope you're doing very well. I am Loxley, Satyr of the Slobberknocker, the Ring General Goat, the Wrestling Rupert Capra. How y'all doing? Tonight... the pyro is set, the rock music is blaring throughout the arena, and we are joined by 4 wonderful VTubers to play some worldwide wrestling RPG.
Hey!
I have been looking forward to this one for a while. This is a game that I have played a few times, and I GM'd it for the first time a little while ago. And I was just like, I need to play this game. I need to share this game on Twitch. I am looking forward to it. So I'm going to introduce you to our players. Would you mind? We will go through into your actual characters in a few minutes, but please do introduce yourselves. Let's start with Tatsu, please.
Hello, hi, my name is Tatsu, also known as Tatsu Tat. I race for VTuber hailing from Shirayuri Productions. It's an honor to meet you.
Hello, welcome. And you will be playing the anti-hero face. If you are not a subscriber to Tatsu, or if you're not a subscriber to any of any of our players tonight, you can still show them their support. We have got each of them a free emote down in the emote, so feel free to throw them in and give them show your support. Elsie Lappin, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Tori Tiger. And Firestiart, I'm gonna hope I pronounced that right. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. So one thing I really love about worldwide wrestling is that it does not matter if you do not know wrestling, as is going to be, I feel, ably demonstrated this evening by our next guest, longtime friend of the channel, the Neon Caster.
Hi, hello, I am your androgynous AI game show host from the future, caster, tabletop RPG, designer, streamer, voice actor, and general internet ne'er-do-well. A pleasure to be playing with such delightful people this evening. I have watched 0 wrestling things. I think the last... I've maybe played one of the WWE games on the N64 when I was 10.
To be fair, that remains the high point of wrestling video games, in my opinion.
I could give my character Goku hair, and that was the extent of the amount of information that I retained about wrestling. So I am looking forward to learning about it today.
Excellent. Also, Caster, thank you very much for the 3 tier 1 gifted subs. I do appreciate it.
They got to be able to give you all the emotes, not just the ones of my pretty face.
Fair. And to be honest, I like that is a lovely segue from somebody who knows nothing about wrestling to somebody who is so wrestling. This evening, she is playing herself in this game. Please welcome Yancha Gogo.
Hi. Miyachi Gogo, virtual monster girl, specifically a manananggal. And if you don't know what that is, go Google it. You can even spell it out. Manannan. Wait, no, I lost it there. Whatever. And if you're Filipino and you don't know that, shame on you. Go ask your mom. What's up?
You tried your best there, Yacha. You tried your best.
I did. I just woke up.
Also,
just
if
woke up. It's so late. It's so late.
Late for us, less so for Yancha, I feel. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Also, if anybody wants more details about our cast, then you can type in the role they are playing, so anti-hero, manager, monster, provocateur, and you will get links to their channels and the emotes that they have kindly shared. Finally, we come to another returning guest for the channel, and at the opposite end of the spectrum, somebody who knows a lot about wrestling, but tonight gives us the pleasure of introducing her to her first ever TTRPG. Tori Tiger, welcome back.
Now there we go. This is Tori Tiger speaking. She is a foodie, wrestling-loving tiger who just normally lies around and doesn't read very much. And this is all very scary for her. She's gonna try her best. She kind of knows more about the actual character aspect of wrestling, or the story side of wrestling. So she's not super skilled at the all the special moves and everything, but she'll do her best. Today.
Well, I feel
We're all
that's
going to do our best for sure.
we absolutely absolutely. Just to give people a quick overview. I will not be speaking as much, but I am going to give a little bit of front-loaded information. So we are playing the Worldwide Wrestling RPG by Nathan D. Paoletta. It is a system based out of Powered by the Apocalypse. But what this basically means is there was a game years back called Apocalypse World, and that set up an idea where rather than having to have lots of stats work out how that collaborated to a character, you picked an archetype, or in this case, a gimmick. That gives you a starting set of stats, you choose some extra moves to go onto it, you adjust some of your stats, and that gives you a basic starting character. As you develop that character, you can kind of go to other playbooks, other archetypes, and take stuff from them to really customize. But ultimately, it is, it gives a really quick start for players. It also is really good for GMs because you have a lot of built-in tools to really develop a story from the start. Also, Yancha, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. So, one thing I really like, and I'm kind of actually really glad we get to do it on stream, because all of you have created characters and come up with the ideas of what their general aesthetics and personas are like, but there's also one step we haven't done, which is we get to build links between them. So, oh, hello. We're getting lots of.
The only link
followers.
I need to build is the link between my fist to someone's face. So I don't know if we're gonna do that.
Vibing Tacos, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. Eggy Drago. Okay. It is a shame you don't get to join us today, buddy. But you are missed, and we hope to see you again very soon. But yeah, thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to the Gremlin Cult. So let us start with our anti-hero. Tatsu, would you mind introducing us to Zero?
Aye. Zero is heel turned face after disagreeing with the views of the current heels. Ahaha, I'm looking at you, Yansha. So so working together with Iron Maiden, my amazing manager, who's like the Paul Heyman to my Brock Lesnar. Our goal is to get that championship and start a revolution here. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
You could even say that you're about to do a paradigm shift.
Heck
Ooh.
yeah!
Of wrestling.
Pastor, just to reassure you, these are wrestling things. Don't worry about it.
I assumed as such. I didn't know that there was a special move called the paradigm shift. That's
Yes,
cool.
there is.
That's a cool name.
It is. So, Castor, would you like to introduce us to Iron Maiden?
Yes. My stage name was previously Iron Maiden, but as a manager, my name is Evangeline Lee. I do manage the one and only Zero. We were both heels back in the day. I'm a little bit older, but I can still put somebody in a how you say DDT these days anyway, if it comes to that, although I hope it doesn't. But we do have big aspirations for this wrestling network. I do want to convince others that working with me is a great way to start something new and fresh. I am, as you have may suggested, ambiguously European.
Just a touch. Very nice, very European.
We'll see if we can commit to this for 3 hours.
Amazing. Yansha, please introduce us to Yansha.
Okay, so Yansha Gogo, playing as Yansha Gogo. Excuse me. Okay, well, in wrestling, like, let's say WWE. Sometimes independent wrestlers who get booked or contracted with WWE, most of the time they would need to have a new name assigned to them. But if you are special and popular enough, just like me, I'm special, popular, hot, and sexy, you wouldn't want to change a thing about me at CM Punk. Which, okay. Anyway, I'm Yansha Gogo. I am the uncrowned queen of the 50th Circle of Hell, and I am here to rack up some wins so I can prove to everyone back in my hometown of the 50th Circle of Hell that I am the rightful ruler. As if I can dominate the ring, I can dominate the lands as, I guess. What do you call that again? Yes, a tyrant.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Makes perfect sense. Jay Kazukawa makes a very good point. Yansha Gogo is indeed the perfect choice to play Yansha Gogo.
Exactly.
How did they land that casting?
And finally, Tori, please introduce us to Frosted Flakes.
She's gonna be playing Frosted Flakes, and her name is Iris Alley, but she only wants to be called Frosted Flakes because she is a face who turned heel because one day she had a really bad accident with some cornflakes, and every time you ask her, the story would change at will, but she is very much kind of a distractor on a ring. She definitely will. She doesn't really know boundaries and will like kind of speak when she's not meant to, and she's a bit full of sugar rush. Imagine a child with a lot of sugar in them, and they like have that sugar rush, and you can't really control them, and you can't really predict what they're doing. So they are definitely someone who would make a few more serious wrestlers a bit frustrated with them.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing those frustrations boil over. Right, so If each of our characters is going to have 4 questions, which I'm going to send to you each now. You will choose 3 of them to ask. So usually it is you ask 1 question per other player at the table. So in this case, that is 3. Tatsu, I've just sent yours to you. If you can pick 3 of those, and they aren't answered by Tatsu. They are answered by the other characters, and that gives us some links, some connections, and just really builds heat, which is an actual mechanic in this game, which just means that you can have more fancy matches with people with whom you have a lot of heat. So Tatsu or Zero, because one thing we're often encouraged to do whilst in Powered by the Apocalypse is to refer to your characters as your character name. So if anybody has an issue with that, just let me know. But Zero, please ask 3 of those questions.
Okay. Who do I kick the shit out of to prove how tough I am?
The Iron Maiden.
Oh, you're answering my huh? Okay.
So traditionally, it is the character answering for you will be answering for your own character, but you can definitely put forward the Iron Maiden.
I mean, it did pass through my mind that I think there was probably when Iron Maiden started actually being a manager. And to kind of because she had a reputation wrestling prior to her becoming a manager, and the best way of being hey, the new person who I've taken on board is actually really good. They were able to beat me, and they did a whole televised match. It's no, Zero is legit. We need them on board. So I like the idea that there is a match. Whether it was a fix or not that I lost, we might find out. But you've definitely beaten me in a match before.
Nice. Like it. Okay. Zero, what is your second question?
With whom do I have a reluctant alliance against a mutual enemy?
Ooh, so definitely possible. I mean, maybe this is why Iron Maiden has you as the manager. I will say, you are not obliged to answer any of these questions. You can, and one character can answer the same question more than once. It all just kind of deepens your relationships with certain characters versus others.
I mean, wouldn't it be juicy if Zero teamed up with a heel to go and fight a different heel? That sounds pretty juicy.
It's true.
Wait.
Yeah, me.
Just to defeat you, the monster. Good old.
I mean, that is kind of the
teaming up to defeat the tyrant. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
But would a heel really work with a
so Zero would not be completely annihilated in the ring? Excuse me?
That's also
You have to make a smart choice here. Zero. Or do you have 0 brain cells? Just as your name entails.
Oh, the shade immediately at hour 1.
Tatsu, if you've got multiple candidates, I guess you get to pick.
Oh boy. Oh dear. Hang on, let me roll a dice.
Oh,
first dice roll.
Leaving it up to fate.
Yeah. I don't even know. Wait, so it's between Tori and Frosted Flakes and Yancha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or also Iron Maiden, or just those two? Okay.
No, you can have Iron Maiden. I mean, I think it depends how reluctant you want to be to work with your manager.
Spicy. Okay, ooh, what do I even roll then? Okay. Maybe I'll just roll a d20 and then someone is odd, someone is even. Okay, that works. Would it be better if they choose who's odd and who's even and then just leave it up to the dice? Or
it's honestly up to you. It's whatever you prefer.
I think Frosted Flakes' personality type is supposed to be a bit oddball. So
yeah,
Frosted
so
Flakes can be
odd
odd.
for Frosted Flakes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'm
Nice.
Oh, I
rolling.
was about to say I'm even because I'm perfect. If you get a D20. I'm 20 out of 20.
Oh,
Ooh. That's a 3. That's an odd number.
Oh.
Teaming up with Tori, or teaming up with Frosted Flakes it is, I guess.
Yeah.
wow.
Sorry in advance.
Okay, so you get an extra heat with Frosted Flakes. And then what is your final question?
Who have I called out as a slave to management?
Oh, who wants to really have beef with Zero?
A slave to management, huh?
That's the one.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, you might take umbrage. They might take umbrage with the veteran.
Oh, as in Zero is not a fan of the fact that they're working under me, or
Possibly,
because...
or I think I realized also where your thoughts pattern may have gone to. Do you want to make your suggestion?
Oh no! I mean, it would be, I guess, a weird thing to explain in like, oh, I manage Zero, but Zero is not necessarily a fan, and it's like, oh, I'm calling out myself as being a slave to management. That feels a little self-deprecating.
Fair.
What is Yancha's manager like, out of curiosity?
Does Yancha have a manager?
It just seems the kind of guy who just literally just walk in and be like, "Yep, this is my land now."
Exactly. The only one managing Yancha Gogo is herself. No one manages me.
I mean, that's
I
an
am
answer.
the ruler. I am the boss of this domain.
Yeah, that is an answer, being kind of like, Yancha, you can't be your own manager. That might be a point of contention that you've had between the two of you.
It's true. Do you want? So what do you think? Like, you've got a few options there. Zero, what do you want to go with?
Oh, I'm rolling a dice again.
Mhm.
I'll just leave it to the dice. Because I'm terribly indecisive, so ha.
Mhm.
Wow. Letting chance control your life. Kind of
Fatalistic, huh? Yeah. You can roll because Roll20, you can roll non-real dice, so you can roll a 1d3 if you want to select between the verse.
That is true.
way.
True.
What is a 1d3?
Oh, sorry. So when in lots of this roll is going on in tabletop RPGs, instead of saying roll 2 6-sided dice, to shorten that sentence, you'd say I'm rolling 2d6. I'm rolling 2 6-sided dice. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So a 1d3 would be a 1 3-sided dice, which super does not exist.
What,
Wait,
a
so then-
triangle dice? Oh wait, no, it's not even triangle.
No, it would be. Yeah, you can get them. Like, they do exist, but it's not like a super common dice type.
Not easy to get. They're specialist ones, I guess. But
Also, Bjorn, hope you're doing well. I know you're feeling bad, man. I hope you're doing good.
mm-hmm.
Who would I make 1, 2, and 3? Do I just...
Just go left to right. Iron
Okay.
Maiden, Yancha, Frosted Flakes.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, well.
We got a 3.
Nice. I'm just
Oh,
gonna try
so I
and
wonder
put
what
the-
Flakes' manager is
Oh,
like.
oh,
then.
what we doing? What's going on here?
Cody the tiger.
There we go.
I like the idea that your manager, like King from Tekken, who has like the Jaguar mask and you'd never see what's underneath it.
Yeah, it's like a bit
That-
like that. Like
Mm.
poor ship, like Frosted Flakes probably thinks that Tony Tigers is her manager, but like she's not.
Mhm.
So she's just following this random tiger gal. Just so maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Zero thinks
Nice.
Frosted Flake is a slave to management. Blindly following.
Makes sense. Okay, so there is a deep connection between Frosted Flakes and Zero. That is going to be interesting to see that in play. Currently on 3 heat. And we'll go roll straight into Iron Maiden as soon as I copy the questions. Where are they?
Makes sense anyway, because Zero thinks like you reluctantly form an alliance. You think Frosted Flake is an idiot, but like you're like, oh, fine.
It's for the promo. We have to do it for the audience.
Love it. Love it. Caster, your questions are right there. Pick 3 of them.
Gotcha. Pick 3 of those.
I think to be fair, I think we've kind of already established number 1.
Yes. Who do I manage / accompany to the ring? That would be Zero. I think we didn't defect from being a heel at the same time. I think your change from heel to face was what made Iron Maiden be like, oh, I'd like to work with them. They seem nice.
Nice.
We can do something out of that. I see myself in you.
Inspired by the anti-hero. I love it.
Cool. And we have 3 other options.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows I have their best interests at heart. I might not be managing Yancha or Frosted Flakes, but in the work that has happened in the past, there might have been a bit of mutual understanding about how we tell stories on stage.
Maybe when you were a heel, maybe Frosted would be like, yes, you're causing trouble, but Frosted would only kind of care if you make, like, it chaotic. So, like, it feels like Iron Maiden is very much like a to-the-point kind of
Oh, yes. Very much
manager. So,
very orderly.
it's not the most... Frosted Flakes is not the most orderly wrestler. But neither is Yancha, so it's like... both equally as, chaotic.
Yancha, I like the idea that at some point in the past there was like an order versus chaos themed match. And regardless of how it went, there was a moment where we're like, oh, I get you as a wrestler. I get what you're about. I see you. Would that be something you're down with?
So, you got me in what way?
So like, oh, I understand what you're about as a wrestler. I understand. I think Iron Maiden's deal is I want to tell the best story when doing matches possible. And that's about the drama and the showmanship and entertaining the audience. And I think our Order versus Chaos match, you did something that was not necessarily for the win, but to tell the story. And Iron Maiden was like, I respect that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I broke someone's back. They're injured. And permanently.
I see. A commitment to the bit. I'll work with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And your final question.
Yes. Sorry, I should be noting this down on my side as well.
That's fine, so should I.
So we have Zero, who we're managing. And we have Yancha with a moment of respect in a previous match.
Semi-second of respect.
Just that glimmer, that kind of anime cut in where it's just our eyes and shot. Yeah. Who is trying to undermine me with my client?
Oh, this is...
Who is not a fan of the arrangement that I have between myself and Zero?
Probably something Frosted Flakes would be like.
Fair enough. That's I'm very much down with that. Why do you not like the arrangement we have?
It's too orderly, you know? Like you're just telling Zero to do whatever. Like you have to do it by the book. That's boring. By the book people for boring people. And Frosted thinks Iron is very boring.
Gotcha.
The worst insult that could be cast by the provocateur.
Yeah. And considering my profession is supposed to be entertaining people, that I am boring. It's like, well, I'm not boring. I have a whole spreadsheet demonstrating that I'm very entertaining.
All Frosted will do is yawn.
Okay. That's great. Just to take a quick break. Bjorn, glad the morphine's kicking in. Hope, everyone have a hydrate. Hope that you're doing very well. Kale, we are sorry to miss you. It is a real shame. But yeah, I think we're off to a good start. I'm looking forward to the story we're going to tell. Iron made me groan. It is a really, really good insult. I like that.
Don't give them too much ammunition. They have to think of the clever insults themselves.
I'm cool. I'm very cool. My mom says so. Hey, SJ. Hope you're doing well. Right.
All right, cool. I think that's me. That's my 3.
It is indeed. Let me... If I was being sensible, I would actually send these questions ahead of time so that...
You're fine.
So that people could roll straight in, but again, that would be...
It's giving me time to think very hard about the answers, to be honest.
Indeed. Yansha, I have sent you your questions.
Okay. So, who is legitimately terrified of me?
Frosted.
I was about to say 0, but yeah, I guess Frosted Flakes.
Even though you're both heels, you're like, oh gosh, the energy is.
Yeah, because I'm
I don't want to
superior
touch
hero.
that. You know, like no.
There's like heels who are like established, like, you know, main event heels, and you got like the jobber heels. Just for the sake of like giving dubs to like up and coming wrestlers, or like to help rack up wins for like certain wrestlers, and that's Frosted Flakes.
Oh, well.
Listen,
Ooh.
Frosted Flakes simply comes in and causes havoc. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, you come into the ring to get paid, aka a jobber.
Where do you get paid?
Wait, what?
She's doing it for the love of the art. That's the scariest thing of all.
No, for exposure, getting paid in exposure.
Sorry, just to roll back for 1 second. Iron Maiden, so you had Yansha knows has best interests, was that correct?
Yes.
Your managed 0, and what was your third question again? I think it was with
FF.
Frosted Flakes.
FF doesn't like the relationship of me managing 0 because I am boring, quote unquote.
Thank you.
What is real?
Oh, absolutely. And Yansha is legitimately terrifying to Frosted Flakes. There is dissension in the ranks of the heels. Okay.
There's a pecking order when it comes to like heel wrestlers.
Oh, totally.
Well, Yancha's just smelly. You know, like there's too much sweat coming out of Yancha.
Yeah,
so it's a bit scary, but like how do you get so smelly? So Frosted only likes sweet smells, you know, like sugary smells. Yancha does not smell like that. Yancha smells
That's because like okay, listen, you're
like
that's called
sewer.
pheromones, and what you're smelling is fear because you fear me.
Or you just
Save it for the ring. Save it for the ring.
Save it for the promos. We've not even started we're still in the setup.
True.
Okay, Yansha, what is your second question?
Who's made me look weak?
Ooh.
I think this suggests the other half of the match that we had in past, where we had that moment of understanding. I think there was probably a moment in the match between us where I was like, oh, if I do this, I could win right now, but that wouldn't be exciting. And you knew that I held back in that one particular instance. And ooh, what a thing for somebody else to know.
Oh, you okay with that, Yansha?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Cool. And what is the what is your what third question would you like to ask?
Who can stand up to me in the ring?
Ooh.
0.
That makes sense. Even if it's not necessarily going to be a winning effort, 0. Yeah, I could definitely see the anti-hero being like, no, I'm gonna. You can keep knocking me down. I'm gonna keep getting back up.
Exciting.
Nice, like that. Okay, and finally, Tori, I will just get you your provocateur question. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Just another GameX. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult.
So, who thinks I'm all smoke and no fire?
Immediately the hand goes up.
Was that you offering, Yansha?
It's gotta be, right?
Oh yeah, I guess. It's me.
Listen,
I mean, we did just establish this whole, like,
Many
oh, I think
people
you're a jobber.
Yeah.
succumb to smoke inhalation before being burnt alive, so she understands.
Very fair, very fair.
I like the idea of that being a remix smoke inhalation. Nice. Good.
I mean, that definitely sets up potential, like, very targeted finisher. Nice.
Oh, that's a cool name for a finisher, huh?
Yep. What is your second question?
Who is trying to steal my approach?
Ooh.
I think that might be me.
Oh,
What's your approach? Frosted Flakes' approach is to like waltz into a ring and get beaten up.
I mean, you causing this kind of absolute chaos is really interesting. But this is the kind of like spark that we need to revolutionize this wrestling organization network, that thing. You know, so there's something about how you perform on stage that I'm in is like, yeah, we could use that.
Okay. So that'll be Iron Maiden. So last question is, who is starstruck by me even though we're peers? Nobody ever is starstruck by Frosted Flakes.
I just think
Only
you're
Tony
precious.
the Tiger.
Yeah. There you go. Maybe you could be like Zero then. Who's starstruck but like reluctant. You know, you're like, oh, you like them, but you don't want to work with them.
I mean, that just kind of fit with the whole reluctant ally thing you guys have got going on.
Like, kind of like a... What would it be? Kind of like a... Zero likes what Frosted is doing, but doesn't want to be involved.
Yeah, I really like watching what you do from way over there.
Yeah, the high level up there. Yeah, that's.
Nice.
Out of the splash zone, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So that gives us some really interesting relationships. We have some really strong heat between Zero, the face anti-hero, and Iris Frosted Flakes Ally, the heel provocateur. We also have Yansha Gogo, who's just looking to dominate and has a bit of an interesting relationship with Frosted Flakes, but also a fascinating backstory with Iron Maiden. So yeah, we can now start to move in to the actual game. We're gonna start playing. We are gonna roll some dice. I'm gonna get my documents open so I can actually remember what the heck I'm meant to do. But yeah, does anyone have any questions before we start?
I'm ready to party, baby.
Marvelous. Okay. Right. So, I would like every player, every character, we're going to go around. Please describe for me the venue that we are in. So, this could be like the actual, the big, the size, the is it full of pyro? Is it a huge crowd? Is it a tiny crowd? Are we literally the side act in a pub? Let's think about the size of this promotion. Tell me something that is notable, that is unique, that is fascinating about the promotion VTW, VTuber Wrestling.
Oh. If it's specifically VTuber Wrestling, I like the idea that the majority of the audience are not physically there. They are either like at home or in like simulation VR, and they are like puppeting robot audience members. So people are literally tuning in from all over the world to embody an audience member to watch these fights.
So what I love is that there's so many times where, like, this is the great thing I will say about playing this game with people who don't watch wrestling, because they will just describe things that have actually happened in wrestling with just like no scope it. It's amazing.
Oh, there was a period of time where because of COVID, the audience was just not there and everybody just tuned in via pay-per-view, right?
Yes, but also they had special like audience camera seats, so they actually set up like thousands of hundreds of screens in this little venue where they just had like people's faces on the screens.
Yeah, no, I that was kind of what I imagined, like proper kind of skeletal robot bodies, but with like TV screen heads that show the face of whatever person is like tuning in, and it's like really eerie.
I really love that. I look forward to one of them being used as a weapon.
Exactly.
Yes,
because they're not real people, we can use them as weapons now.
Absolutely. The crowd is entirely virtual television headed robots. Yes.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Is it Chuck E. Cheese? Abandoned
like,
or
the venue
active?
itself, is it a Chuck E. Cheese? It's just a ring and like the screens surrounding it.
That sounds disgusting.
I like to think it's a ring inside the ball pit. It's like the outside the apron is the ball pit.
It should be a Chuck E. Cheese because you get so many weapons of choice around.
I love it. So this is a special event taking place in a Chuck E. Cheese. That is great.
They still even exist.
I've no idea. I
They
mean,
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
Oh, okay.
Canadaland, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yantia or Zero, do you have anything to add?
Catering's great.
Catering's great. Yeah, it's like
Good smell food.
Which is weird because again, it's a Chuck E. Cheese. The caterings come from outside.
Can we scale this up a hair? Like maybe this is the Chuck E. Cheese Corporation or whatever, but I like the idea that this is, a super big entertainment venue, but like owned and therefore decorated by Chuck E. Cheese.
Are you suggesting we have the Chuck E. Cheese arena?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Can it also be sponsored by Greg's?
It can be sponsored by Greg's. I'm not entirely sure what mid-Atlantic platform this is now taking place on.
On an artificial island in the middle of the Atlantic.
Absolutely.
They needed to make a party palace in international waters, clearly.
Absolutely. Look who's for tagging asks, regular Chuck E. Cheese or haunted?
We'll see.
Haunted.
This isn't Chuck E. Cheese, this is the Charles Entertainment Cheese Coliseum.
We're going to roll dice to find out about that haunted thing. That's an interesting suggestion you made. Anyway,
So,
sorry, I'm
Five
Zero,
talking
Nights
over
do you have
with
a...
Chuck E. Cheese?
Mm-hmm. And Greg's.
Okay.
And
Zero, do you want to add one more thing about the venue?
Another thing?
Oh, did we get to Yancha? Or
no.
Oh, sorry. So Zero or
Yeah,
Zero
way
Yancha.
around, yeah.
Zero mentioned that it has
Good
great
catering.
catering.
That's
A-
true.
AKA pizza.
A lot of pizza.
Quality.
I guess yeah, that's how we get paid here. Hot dogs and pizza.
Mhm.
Let's go!
And a cup of soda. Can of soda. Okay. So the Chuck E. Cheese Coliseum. It has what, like virtual people in the audience
Yep.
watching.
Yep.
It has great catering.
Yep.
Let's see here. Oh, it has faulty wirings because
It
it's
has
not
faulty
maintained well.
wiring.
Faulty
Amazing.
wiring. So, there might be a chance that that maybe one of the lighting equipment or like one of the neon lights above us like starts to spark and might create a fire.
Okay.
Because
like
that's
that.
exactly what happened during like I think SummerSlam.
Oh, wow.
For real? Oh, no.
Just say
The
Millennium
WrestleMania
Antares.
sign was sparking.
It's why it's on
Somebody gets
digital
crushed by a
nowadays.
giant
Oh
zombie.
wow. Millennia Antares, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. Flannel Man, welcome to the Gremlin Cult. Thank you very much for the follow. Also, just say whilst this event, VTuber Wrestling, is sponsored by Greg's and taking place in the Charles Entertainment Cheese Coliseum. Honestly, this stream is brought to you by Singo. If you're in the mood for a podcast which combines which just combines existential dread with holes in a very normal package, please check out Sinkhole. I mention it purely because Kale, my usual mod, is not able to be here, sadly, but they are responsible for all of the stream graphics that you can currently see. So this is very...
The graphics look great. They
this is super tied in with the actual... Worldwide Wrestling RPG book. So yeah, hella thanks to Kale. And yeah, please do check out Sinkhole. Not Skinkhole, which is what I keep inadvertently typing. Skinkhole, very different. This is so hype. Okay. The final thing, we are going to open up, and this is a big event, and what you tend to have with big events is you have like an intro promo, an intro video package, and I want everyone to tell me one thing that relates to your wrestler that went into that was specifically highlighted in that video package. Now, it could be down to about a storyline you're doing. It could be just some weird shit you got up to. But yeah, what specifically about you is in that video package?
Wait, is someone like the champion of the promotion right now?
No, it is actually a vacant championship.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead. No, you go first.
Okay. Can I have a moment where I am in the audience pointing at you know how they point at the WrestleMania sign, but like
Yep.
something like that.
The vacant belt above the ring.
Yeah.
You just pointing at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well,
You
it's
can
like standing in the
absolutely.
audience, yeah.
Yes, you can totally have that.
Can it zoom out and then show Frosted pointing at Zero? Like, is it extended
Yes,
zoom
it
out?
totally can. Yes. That's great.
And then it zooms out some more, and I like this pattern. And Iron Maiden is with kind of like a hologram clipboard as she goes and pulls the handle down on this kind of like big lever, and just big rave lights start going off in the space.
Nice.
They zoom out to a point where Yantra's about to punch Iron Maiden. Just and then the
No, you're actually
promo
just
ends.
punching out the entire the crowd around her.
No, I'm just no. It zooms out and shows the ring, and like popping like from the bottom of the ring. I'm just sliding outside of there,
Nice.
and then I'm gonna point at the WrestleMania sign.
Nice. SJ, look who's attacking. You're actually getting you know this better than you know, but your audience robot is getting Robo concessions and complaining about the prices. $15 for Robo beer and Robo popcorn. Well, the great thing about wrestling is that it is a super audience focused sport, and that is really why I wanted to bring this to Twitch, because like I am being creative, but I'm also going to be paying attention to chat. So if you want to like boo the heels, like cheer the faces, if somebody gets a cheap pop, react to that cheap pop. Feel free. Chat is a character, and that character is the entire audience. The reason I've got the free emotes for everybody is like throw up signs. I want to see them. It's a lot of fun to have everyone be able to get involved in that way. Also, because this is wrestling and the results are predetermined, the risks they take are real. The match is usually decided by creative, so me. However, this time it is going to be it is going to be decided by the creative and hype attention team, which you may notice abbreviates to chat. We're going to do chat polls. So yeah. As we go through the match, I will throw up a poll for who is winning, and yeah, chat gets to decide the outcomes. You get to book the matches. You think wrestling is fake? What do I think of that? I think if you want to learn how to fall on a bed of nails, you're
Wait, is this an audience member saying wrestling's fake? Come here, come down here.
You just find one of these robot TV heads and just fling them.
See if you can
amazing.
still breathe from your robot fucking lungs.
Hey,
Okay.
I guess the way that I would frame it is, hey, you're watching people do a tabletop RPG where we are not actually wrestling, but we are telling an entertaining story for you. And that is actually pretty difficult. It turns out that wrestling is also entertaining story and pretty difficult.
Bravo.
No, I will bash that robot head and come over here.
Yeah, there's also fair. There's two approaches, and both are legitimate.
I think that probably stands true to our characters. What I had made is like, here's a level-headed response, and she's like, I'll kill them.
Honestly, you think I already put it best. The fights are predetermined, but the risk is real. Speaking of, as is always the case before these events, the arena goes dark after the promo, and various shots of wrestlers throwing moves come up, and the deep, gruff voiceover goes. The following is performed by trained professionals. They're at risk of fumbled dice rolls, misspeaking, and unadulterated cringe. Please, don't try this at home. And then there is fireworks throughout the arena, rock music blazing, and we are in. And we are going to roll straight into... we start backstage, and we have Zero together with Iron Maiden preparing for an interview. Give me a name for the interviewer.
Oh. An interviewer that I like to use in old tabletop RPGs that we ran was April Lockwell.
Oh, great. So April Lockwell is stood there and is holding the mic. And she asks Zero, Evangeline Lee, you have a rough night ahead of you. You have 2 matches. The second one for the VTW Championship. How do you feel about having to face Frosted Flakes twice and Yancha Gogo in the main event.
Well, honestly, darling. Go ahead, Zero.
No,
You
I
can
was
take-
gonna pull can I pull a Roman Reigns and just stand there and look nice?
You absolutely can. Do you have... Yes, you absolutely can.
Yeah, and I'm also going to be doing a move here, I suppose. But yeah, I wouldn't. You wouldn't need to worry about us, darling. We have played through this scenario in all sorts of ways, and every way, you are guaranteed to see it be an entertaining slobber knocker. Zero has been working on some new moves, some new flair that I think you would all be very excited to see. And if I do say so myself, you may be falling in love with a wrestler tonight.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you might be using Mouthpiece, which is one of your moves.
When I speak for my client, they can roll on using my numbers instead of theirs for any move they would normally make.
Cool. That's absolutely fine. So I think we can... so... You know what?
This is a cut a promo roll, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a cut of promo roll. So I kind of want to see I kind of want to see like how the audience responds to this very stoic stance. So roll using look for me.
Me?
Yes, please. Well, it's your numbers, so we might as well use your numbers.
9. 7 to 9 is a mixed success.
Excellent. So let me quickly bring up my references. So on Cut a Promo, you have the audience's attention. You can pick one. You can make creative book you in a match. You can add a stipulation to a relevant match. You could have either Yancha or Frosted Flakes come out and respond to your promo, or you need to choose one of them and you can gain 1 heat with the subject of your promo.
I think I'm going to add a stipulation to one of Zero's upcoming matches, where there will be... When we say stipulation... No, well, you can tell me whether this is appropriate or not for the effect.
Sure.
There's going to be some camera work here. At a relevant point during the match, the lighting is just going to be the right angle and the camera at the right angle, where Zero will literally be sparkling. They will be positively radiant at a key point in the match.
So you can have that happen anyway, but that's not really a stipulation. So a stipulation
is this more in terms of like, oh, we're adding a rule, we're putting a chair underneath. Okay, cool,
yes,
cool.
You can make it a hardcore match, you can make it a ladder match, you can make it a cage match. There are a lot of options. It's kind of, I think it may be worth Zero stepping in at this point and expressing what they want the match to be.
Yeah, like what is your favorite style of wrestling, Zero? And I think that's the thing that Iron Maiden's going to push for.
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna look straight into the camera and be like, a street fight.
Nice.
Yes,
Why is it a Chuck E. Cheese?
Exactly.
So
Where you have to use like arcade equipment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you want to make one of your fights? Do you want to make it your opening match or the main event?
Match.
Is that cool with you, Zero? As I didn't realize you wanted to take it to the streets so easily. We are floating in the middle of the ocean, so having a fight in the parking lot is a little difficult. But I think I could get you in the ball pit if that would be interesting to you. Or in the arcade, you could do some damage with a ticket machine.
You know what? How about we do false count anywhere?
A false
Fall counts anywhere.
Oh, I see. I understand what that
Yeah.
is. You don't need to explain it to me.
Also, no disqualification.
All right, that sounds pretty good. In fact, you will be seeing Zero sparkle in that fashion in a full count anywhere type of match. We'll be taking you all over the Chucky Charles Entertainment Cheese Coliseum TM. I think the hesitation and re-giving the line of the building is actually in character.
Yep. Yep.
She tries to say Chuck E. Cheese is like, no, they've rebranded. Hold on.
Folding chair at the bottom of the ball pit. Oh, it could happen. It could happen. And I think during all of this, the camera, in fact, you know what? The camera is just going to zoom out slightly to show that Frosted Flakes has been like 3 feet to the left the entire time, staring. Tori, would you like to say anything in response? Or Frosted Flakes, I should say.
Wait. Because Frosted Flakes, you just move, right? Because she has a maybe she'll come in and start playing mind games.
Oh, you can definitely do that. What? So that's when you engage in bizarre.
Can you ask like how many times can you do a move?
I mean, so you can't like just continue to do a move until you get the result you want, but like at any point, you'll be able to use this during like a match later. You're not restricted to, you using mind games now does not mean that you can't use it later.
Okay. So Frosted Flakes comes in, just comes in, but like definitely in like with her back behind, like facing Iron Maiden, so like in between Iron Maiden and Zero, looks into Zero's eyes and suggests a food fight match instead.
Okay, yeah,
Frosted Flakes.
You can definitely you want to make use of that. You can definitely make use of. Oh yeah, you can make mind games of that. Roll mind games. So if you on your character sheet, if you scroll down like that, you just found it. It's all good. You got a 10 plus.
Oh.
On a 10 plus, you pick 2 of those options. So you gain control of the situation or the match. You kind of already have control of that. You can gain 1 heat with Zero.
Yeah.
They can gain 1 heat with you, or someone surprises or ambushes them out, ambushes Zero or Iron Maiden out of nowhere. So you get to pick 2 of those options.
Ted. So Frosted Flake is talking to Zero, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Try to convince them. Suddenly, Yancha comes and starts beating down on Iron Maiden. Just
Whoa.
starts beating down.
We are starting the betrayal early.
Obviously,
Okay.
well, it's not like Frosted Flakes knew that Yancha was gonna come out. Frosted Flakes was just talking to Zero, but since both their backs are away,
Distracted.
Iron Maiden sees the fact that maybe Iron Maiden thinks that Frosted Flakes planned it, so you have a more distaste for Frosted Flakes because you thought you were distracting Frosted Flake was distracting Zero from protecting Iron Maiden.
Oh, interesting. So you've had somebody attack the subject of your promo. So it sounds like you might also want to gain heat, or they gain heat with you.
They gain heat with Frosted Flakes.
Okay, so Iron Maiden gains heat with Frosted Flakes.
Noted.
Nice.
What is Yancha's kind of like approach of attack in this ambush? Are you going for a punch, a kick? What's going on here?
I do a let's see here. Yeah, from behind, right? I just do a lariat onto your head.
That is
the ones with the arms outstretched, going for kind of like a sweep, huh? As the sweep closes in, Iron Maiden at the last second puts up a very well manicured hand. And it turns out that underneath her pinstriped power suit that she wears, she has iron braces that clang against your arm. And there's just
Wait,
a
roll
moment
for
of
that.
tension and sparks.
Yeah,
just kind of like shower.
I think that's gonna need a roll. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that's gonna need. I'm pretty sure that requires.
That's a body roll, which I'm specifically bad at.
It's a body
But,
roll. It's a body roll.
Let's see if there's anything I can do to kind of get around the fact.
I also
that
think you're going to need to spend momentum because the power was definitely in Yancha's court at that point, so you need to spend momentum to take control.
Sure.
Everyone starts with one momentum, and momentum can be gained throughout the match.
I will spend a point of momentum, and I will go roll body and probably roll quite low.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a botch.
no, don't land it. What would be? Sorry, this is specifically an athletic feat, or is it wrestling?
This is. I think this is This is very much wrestling because ultimately,
There's also shoot kill move.
I mean, if you want to roll that right now, you absolutely can.
Oh, that's an
Kill
in-ring
somebody?
move, maybe.
It is. That is kind of it. Yeah.
Body.
We kind of have moved into a bit of an in-ring situation because straight up
Sure.
attacking is a thing.
Well, no, attacking can happen in promos too.
It's true.
So yeah, no. Basically, if you fail a wrestling move, you botch the spot. Your opponent describes how they counter you or save you from disaster. So I was happy to go and explain that in advance anyway, because it lets you know what I intended to do, and we can now talk about how it goes horribly wrong. So yeah, at the last minute, Iron Maiden attempts to go and catch the lariat by holding up an arm with an iron bracer underneath her power suit. But what actually happens on result of that is
Oh.
yeah, go for it, Ansha. What
Is it me?
happens
Okay.
instead?
Yeah. So I go in a clothesline. You pull up your arm to block it with your iron braces. Except that is nothing for me because that's not just like any clothesline. That's actually, surprise, a chair shot. It looked like a clothesline from behind, but it's so dark. But it was actually a chair shot from behind. So
As
I
in,
hit
you're
your
actually swinging
arm
with a chair instead?
with
or-
a chair instead.
Right, gotcha.
With a one-handed.
Okay. So I think at that point, I think this is clearly, because this is. This was a spot that was planned. It sounds like it's gone a bit wrong. I think the chair shot is gonna glance off your bracer and just kind of really tweak you. I'm gonna introduce some legit badness, an actual phrase used in this game. I think we're gonna start with Iron Maiden getting an injury.
Sure, that makes sense. Where do I log that?
So bottom right, all the way down, you have two
yes, I have
maximum
injuries of
injuries.
2.
Yep. So you can definitely play up that injury during matches and during spots. And yeah, it's kind of just something that we will go on.
You catch Iron Maiden in the arm, and she loses her usually quite steely footing, and kind of stumbles and grasps that arm. Yancha, dear,
then-
this is a little early for our match later.
Well, this is what you get for embarrassing me in the ring.
No.
And yeah, you might
What?
say I have a distinct advantage over you.
Yes,
And
I would say
I'm
trying
hoping
to
that
land.
someone
Sorry, go ahead.
here could help give you a hand with how bad this looks on you.
Well, I would
So I-
say you have the advantage by attacking me by surprise, but I look forward to actually having a fair match with you again in the ring, where there is nowhere to hide.
So I really want to know what I feel like this is kind of the point at which security is coming out, pushing the two of you apart. But I really want the camera to linger on Zero and Frosted Flakes. How are you reacting to all this? Because that's going to be the shot that goes on a fade down. Are you looking at each other? Are you avoiding each other's gaze? Are you shocked, appalled? What is the takeaway on both of you as the cameras fade?
So before that camera pan happens, I want to acknowledge the fact that that I look to Frosted Flakes and give her like sort of like a nod of like acknowledgement. I'm like, because of that little distraction, I was able to do that little attack. So it's like, moment of like, you did good.
Okay, so yeah,
Flakes is sad. Frosted Flake takes that nod as like I'm gonna kill you. So Frosted Flake is terrified instead of understanding that it's a nod of acknowledgement.
Okay.
So fear has increased.
Okay, and Zero, what's your what's your reaction as the camera fades?
Oh, you don't even see me. I'm running to Iron Maiden. It's just the blur.
It's okay, darling. It's fine. We don't need to use my right arm anyway.
Okay, so whilst we're gonna move swiftly on because we've not actually got to a wrestling match. So whilst this is happening, there's a bit of an introductory match. Just a couple of let's say the Carolina Creeper is facing off against Ingordiaxia Brown, who are just some other wrestlers within this promotion, and they're just kind of, they have an unremarkable match.
What was the name of the second one?
I refuse to tell you again.
Fair. They were that unimportant. Understand.
But
Piss break match.
we now open up to a ring announcer who starts. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is and it is between and please, what? Blah. God, you think I'd never watch this sport? The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making their way to the ring. And Zero, would you please tell us about your entrance? There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, taking this from Eggy.
It's fine. He's not here. He doesn't. You can crib. You can crib your homework from the Skyvers.
So kind of like, what's his name? Ricky Stark's theme. The revolution is televised.
Okay, yeah. So very moderate rock, not quite hard rock, moderate rock.
But there is pyro. I will say that.
Yep.
There's some beautiful pyro. And then Randy Orton's old entrance where he had the sparks that came out like behind him.
Mhm.
Yeah, that happened.
Like
Okay, cool.
sparks.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I stand there and shit.
Nice, like that.
Yes. When Iron Maiden said, "Promise I look like Flashy" and all that fun stuff, that's funny. The shine.
Making it. Sorry, I didn't actually ask. Zero. Pronouns.
She hurt.
Okay. Making her way to the ring from the land of Canada, accompanied by Evangeline Iron Maiden Lee. It's Zero. And what does Iron Maiden do when she is accompanying Zero?
I think there is. She kind of suppresses her presence when she's not the person competing. Very almost like a shadow or like a stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Iron Maiden just kind of like effortlessly moves behind Zero. Usually when she's on her own, the sound of her like heels as she moves through spaces is very, very audible, but they are silent. The presence is hyper minimized.
Okay. That's great. Frosted Flakes, please tell me about your entrance music.
So, the stage, the whole, like, you know, the whole Chuck E. Cheese goes dark, right? And there's, like, a growl, like a tiger's growl, you know, like, growl. And then, you know, and then the sound goes, "They're great!" And then all the lights turn on. There's, like, flashing blue and white lights as Frosted Flakes comes through. Just, you know, like, woot singing. Woot singing and, they stick she sticks her face right into the camera and just, you know, thumbs up and just says, "They're great," and just walks into the ring.
Where is Frosted Flakes from? Build from?
Kellogg's.
Oh,
Like,
they
making her way-
possibly
go and
Kellogg's.
take an entire country to themselves. Just
Yeah, like
Make-
hitting
the
from,
Isle
like,
of Kellogg.
yeah, like, just literally, like, you'll be like, because, in a lot of wrestling, if they go, like, supposedly, they're from Kellogg's.
Yeah.
You'll be hitting from, supposedly, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Making her way to the ring, hailing from supposedly Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to see. So the way wrestling matches work in this game is that you can kind of have free reign. Somebody is generally in control at any one time. At any point, the other character can spend a momentum to seize control of the match and do a reversal. But generally, what we're going to do is you have some filler moves, and you build up to one big move, and then that's the point at which you roll for something. It might be rolling body if you're doing something very physical. It might be rolling work if you are doing something very technical. But yeah, I really want to see how this match starts, how Zero starts this match off, because unless you want to start off the match, Tori, I'm happy.
Yeah, she has an idea about how to start the match, because some matches do like a beginning handshake, you know?
That's true.
So
Yeah, go for
Rory
it.
wants to offer Zero a handshake, you know, a nice handshake. But as just before Zero takes or doesn't take the hand, Frosted Flakes licks her own hand completely, then offers the hand to Zero. It's like
So how
completely
do
licks.
I that is definitely mind games.
Okay.
That is
Roll for mind
that is
games?
the most mind games.
Did she press the mind game one?
Yes, please. So that is an 8.
Just picking one from that list.
Yeah, so you're just picking one from the list this time.
Oh, okay. Not really sure. Maybe she gains one heat with Zero.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. You're up to 3 heat with Zero, so you are definitely at a point where you like the audience really wants to see you both go at it. In fact, both of you have 3 heat with each other now, so the audience really wants to see this match. It is like it's not may not have been built for very long, but it's definitely like people are really interested to see how you're gonna go against each other. Also, if you ever at any point you get to up to +4 heat, you gain an audience. Just so you know, which gives you extra momentum. Yeah, so I think I also feel like, yeah, in fact, Zero, control's going to shift over to you. How do you respond?
Okay, so hang on, I'm gonna roll, and that's gonna decide what I do because I have 2 ideas, but I'm just so torn between each one. So I'm just
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Second
boy.
idea.
It's a 2.
Okay. So I see her lick her hand to stick it out. I bring out a carton of milk that I had in my thing. I pour
Yep,
it
as
on
you
my
do.
hand to shake her hand.
Okay, so we are.
Ooh.
I'm not even sure that's a rule. I mean, if you want to try and work out what you want to roll for that, I don't know, maybe look for cutting a promo.
Mm-hmm.
Like not quite a promo, but it is like, you know, you're doing a power move. It is very much, you know, you are trying to be impressive in this instance.
Okay, so press look.
Yes, please.
Ooh,
It's a
cool.
10. So the audience loves this. It's you have connected with the audience. You have seen the power move, and you have outpowered the power move. You get to pick 2 from the following list. You can actually. Is there something better for this? No, you know what? I think this is so. You can if you want, you can add a stipulation to this match. You can or you can gain a heat with the subject for your promo. They're the only 2 that kind of really make sense. So you can now add a stipulation to this match. You already have the street fight later, but you've also gained heat with Frosted Flakes. You're now at 4. The audience is behind. It just wants this match. You have the power. You can choose a stipulation and it's gonna get thrown in. The ref is just like, even the ref is deeply into this. Like, yeah, just tell me what you want.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Frosted Flakes and be like, "You wanted a food fight?" And I throw my carton at her.
Okay, and it's off. Just before we move in to the actual match, Yancha. One thing that is really cool about the WWW RPG is that even if you're not in a match, you still get to participate because you can, if you would like, join the commentary box. Now, this can be either as a commentator you make up, or you can come out as your own character and comment on the match. It's entirely up to you. You also have power, which you'll see on in-ring moves called Put Over, which you can do if you would like. So have a look at that, and yeah, you get to throw in any commentary you like as either your character or your or just like a random talking head on the desk, whatever you prefer.
Let's do a little talking head on the desk.
Okay, cool. So Zero, you are undoubtedly in control of this match. It is now a food fight. Yeah, what do you want to do?
So are they bringing out food now?
I
coming out,
think
right?
food was all like there is food like almost as if this was planned. Food has just been pulled out from like under the ring, behind railings. You know, suddenly there is just a ton of food all around the ring.
All Chuck E.
love
Cheese
that.
and Greg's
Oh, love
brand
that.
products, they do
Yep,
a very
yep, absolutely.
intentional effort to make sure the logos are clearly seen
Yes.
as all this food is wheeled out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my god! Please tell me they're actual frosted flakes somewhere.
There are definitely
That's-
frosted flakes.
But the frosted
Actually,
flakes are actually weaponized, so it's like Lego blocks, but you
Yeah, it's
can
like
put them and
blocks,
hurt
but
you.
frosted flakes. That was
Yes,
that was one good. That was
yes.
gonna be a frosted flakes special move.
Amazing. Yes,
Ah.
So
absolutely.
frosted
Absolutely.
flakes special move is taking a box of frosted flakes and then dumping it on the floor,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
she suplexes you onto the frosted flakes that like cuts
Oh, that,
up your
like,
back because of how
caltrops.
hard
Wow.
it is
Yeah.
without like milk.
Mm-hmm.
So Zero, there is definitely food available for you to use.
Okay. Okay. Well, we just
Never
started
never thought I would
not-
make that pronouncement in my life as a GM.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's do. Oh, can we? Since everyone's been waiting for this, can we do a thing where it's under wrestling, the in-ring moves?
Mhm.
If you work with your opponent to showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver that requires both of you to achieve roll heat with them.
Yeah, you definitely can. You can absolutely
Yeah?
roll heat with that. Yeah, you go for it. What's the move?
Can we like, if Frosted Flakes is down? So, I want to imagine somewhere out in the outside the ring. Maybe I don't know if it's like a pile of food or just a table with like, oh, the table with Frosted Flakes on it.
Uh-huh.
Can we like, I don't know how we would do it, but can we like throw someone on there? I just don't know who. If it's me or if it's Frosted Flakes.
Right now you have the control, right? So
You do
unless
indeed.
it's like unless we're like skipping time, you have the control, surely, right?
Yep. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like it would make sense that it's you who's throwing frosted flakes on the
Okay.
table.
Okay, and as I do that, I'd be like, "They're great."
Okay, cool. Roll heat with your opponent.
Okay.
So, out of curiosity, what is it? What are you hoping for Frosted Flakes to do here? So, so this is working with you. This is working specifically with your opponent to really show off something fancy. What are you hoping that Frosted Flakes is going to do to kind of support this move?
I kind of want a reversal.
Okay, so that is absolutely fine. You can. Okay, so you can actually choose to cede control at any time. You always have the option to voluntarily hand narration off to your opponent, and if you do, the audience can see that your opponent is at your mercy. So that wouldn't necessarily be a roll, but that would just be you handing off the narration. So you can definitely like come back to like you can definitely roll for the heat later. But yeah, it sounds like if you want to kind of have that reversal, it's like you're backing off and letting you're showing that power by showing you can put Frosted Flakes on the table with her kin. And but then you're backing off. You're starting this again. It's a series of power moves.
Okay.
Is that what are you gonna do the comeback? Seek control?
Yes.
Okay. Frosted Flakes, you are on a table. The table has Frosted Flakes on it. It is notable they had to like aggressively remove all the branding, so it's very obviously Frosted Flakes, but like it looks like somebody who's just gone around with like a box cutter and just taken off all of the branding.
Just covered it in
Uh-huh.
duct tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So insulted by the act of not doing anything to Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes grabs a handful of Frosted Flakes, puts it in her mouth, chews it, and spits it into Zero's face.
Okay.
So like, pull, you know? Pull.
So I feel that fits really well with the heal move. So when you then you need to spend momentum. You need to spend 2 momentum for that. You do not have the power to do the heal move. Apologies.
No.
But no, you can definitely. So that's just something you can do. What are you going to do to follow up? So you have spat Frosted Flakes into Zero's face. What are you going to do now? What's your follow up?
Maybe
The disrespect, the carbs, the humanity, the humanity.
maybe try to push Zero back by continuing to barrage the slightly cut up boxes to try to get them away from the Frosted Flakes table towards the miscellaneous pizza table.
Okay, you're pushing back Zero. Zero's taking steps. What is the? So we're kind of building here. We're kind of building. What's the big move?
For Zero to be like against the pizza table, and Frosted Flakes will barrage pizzas into their face.
Okay, I'm going to say that is definitely. This is
very dangerous for Zero because Zero's on keto right now. And
Yeah.
carbs
that.
Really?
dangerous.
Oh, I was gonna be eating that pizza.
No, it's just lactose
That's the
intolerance.
thing,
It's fine.
you're
Lactose
gonna-
intolerance.
You're gonna break keto, and then you're gonna fall back into your your carby ways.
I think if you're just throwing pizza, I think this is going to be you rolling body. So this is
Body?
you.
Oh.
This is you doing something with strength. You know, you're just throwing pizza at Zero. It's not. There is not a huge amount of technical wrestling in throwing pizza. Oh, it's a botch.
Yeah.
You.
As
can't even
Frosted
throw
Flakes
pizza. You
throws
started
the
eating
pizza,
I get to eat
she
it. Oh,
slips. She slips and
Ah.
throws the pizza perfectly into Zero's mouth.
Okay, so you get so you get
Scooby-Doo
stopped
episode.
by that slide. The control is going to swing over. You're also going to tweak your ankle, which was not planned. So you are going to be working on a janked ankle for the rest of the show. But you do gain, anytime you botch, you do gain 1 momentum, so you now have 2 momentum to play with later.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
you get.
I also need to go and gain some momentum then, I think.
Yeah,
But,
you do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is a great thing about Powered by the Apocalypse games is that anytime you fail, you get like a slight benefit in that you can do a thing later.
Mm-hmm.
It just power you up. So yeah, you absolutely add that momentum, please.
Oh
Got it.
God!
Cool.
Frosted Flakes got a jank ankle, or as we call it here in the South, the jankle.
Okay, control swings over to Zero.
You
so
glance at Iron Maiden's face from across the ring. She is frowning at the fact that you are consuming pizza. You are on a strict diet.
I'm gonna look at you and just like, how?
Anyway, go ahead.
Very great. Okay, so do I notice the tweaked ankle or no?
Yeah, I mean it's like this again. It's an ankle injury in wrestling. Yes, you can definitely see that. There is definitely an option to target that ankle.
Okay. Okay, so I right beside the announce table. I'll let you beside me. It's the announcer.
Oh, was the pizza
Where
just
is
all over
the
the...
announcer's table? Because in some promotion, the announcer table is like literally where like the wrestling's happening.
Yeah,
And
it's
sometimes
right
it's
next
off
to.
stage.
It's right next to the ring. The table that had the pizzas on is in fact also the announce table.
Okay.
Some of the announcers' monitors have in fact
the-
been subtly hidden inside pizza boxes.
The pizza's on the Spanish announcer's table.
Yes.
No, they got tacos there.
No,
Pizza
you think that, but the burritos are actually on the German announce table.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
English announce table, schnitzel. Somebody did not think this through.
Wow, this is such an international event. Holy crap.
We are in international waters, baby.
Yeah.
Man, this Chuck E. Cheese place must be pretty big.
Yeah.
International.
This is why you cannot have Greg's or Chuck E. Cheese exist in the same country. They would just be too powerful.
It's just like one island in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, the Isle of Kellogg.
Ah, there we go. It will come.
Hey,
full
it's all come full circle.
Perfect.
That means Frosted Flakes is the hometown hero here.
Yeah, actually, I will point. Everyone, by the way, should be aware of things like cheap heat. You can make use of cheap heat to gain momentum. Each of you once per episode.
When the chips are down.
Yeah,
We'll
totally.
see.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like reading for everything. Like,
Well, I wouldn't necessarily think too much about what you want to like. What would you want the actual? What do you want to do? What moves do you want to do? What sequence do you want to build up to? Because from a perspective as creative as the GM, my job is to say, oh hey, it sounds like this is the move you want to roll. So don't you worry about like what mechanically you need to do. You focus on telling the story you want to tell doing the moves you want to do. I will do like all the mechanical stuff. Don't worry about it.
okay, so I throw the pizza back. I just finished chewing on it, so I throw it back, and she's currently on the floor.
Yeah, a nurse in the ankle.
Okay, can I bring it back to the ring then?
Yeah, you can roll her back in the ring. That's just a
Okay.
thing you can do. You gonna go in after her?
Actually, I'm gonna I'm gonna grab the wait, is this match like no DQ or is it
I think it's got to be if it's a food fight. I think like there's probably gonna be a point at which the ref objects to like full on weaponry, but like I think you can kind of use the food to an extent. Yes. Like and the box and the containers the food comes into. That stuff can be absolutely as hard as a chair based on all of the wrestling I've seen.
so like pan sheets of cookies and like
Oh yeah,
spaghetti?
definitely. Yeah, that's legit. That is
Okay.
you can definitely have some have baking tins.
Sweet. So I roll them into the ring and then I grab a sheet of like cookies and then bring that into the ring.
Yep.
as well.
Okay.
At the same time looking at Iron Maiden like cookies.
At this point, she's just kind of like sighed and is just shaking her head, like, "This is fine. This is what it is going to be. I agreed to this event. I can't be surprised."
Okay, cool. So what are you building to? Because so what I'm saying is like you hitting somebody with the you hitting Frosted Flakes across the back with the cookie tin, that's fine. That's just a thing you can do because that can build. But I want to know like what's the point at which you like are you going to set it up for dropping onto it or like concerto, etc. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
so basically, I eat a cookie. Like, this is pretty good. You should try some. Grab a handful of cookies and stuff it in her mouth.
Okay. Are you doing this as like a submission move?
I was gonna once I stuff whatever cookies are left over already thrown to the side. I have the tray. I'm gonna smack her in the head with it.
Okay. I think this is. Actually, are you seeking to? Are you doing this as wrestling or are you working stiff? Like.
Oh no, I'm not trying to hurt her.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay, give me.
I wanted to hurt her. It'd be the ankle.
That's true. Give me body. Roll me body. Because you're hitting somebody with an object. That is strength. Oh, it's a botch. So you do get the momentum. That's fine. But Frosted Flakes, you are about to be hit by a steel baking tin. But you can see it coming. You can reverse it. How are you going to do it? Controls with you.
So Frosted Flakes decides to pull out a box, a forgotten box, and deflect it. So the tin deflects off, and Frosted Flakes then uses the milk that Zero had previously poured onto the floor earlier as a way to try to slip Zero, just like, push Zero back with her feetsies and hope that Zero slips, like on the milk that she has spilt herself.
Okay, so that actually does sound like it's something you specifically need your opponent to work with you on, because you're gonna need to have Zero work with you. So I would like you to roll heat on that.
Heat?
Heat.
Okay.
So if you where the momentum is stored, just to the right, you've got heat and you've got Zero. There you go, and that is +3. So that means that you get, they work with you. They are gonna work with you. So you gain a heat with your opponent. I'm doing the right thing. This is not wrestling moves. Nope. Yeah, so this is the crowd pops. You nail the spot. So what do you so you want Zero to slip in the milk. What are you gonna do to follow up? Because the crowd pops, you nailed the spot. You keep control of the match and you gain a momentum.
Wait, Kiwi, is Frosty still on the floor?
Yep, she slipped over. She's definitely she's definitely she's down. She's just waiting for that thing to yeah, they're definitely on the floor.
Feels like maybe she like crawls her way on top of Zero to try and do a count.
Oh, we're gonna go for a
reversal.
pin. So we've not yet got to the point where we're choosing. So this is going to be a kick out. You retain control. But Zero, how is it an easy kick out or is Zero struggling?
Am I injured?
You're not injured. You've just been
I
going.
just slip.
Yep, you slip.
Okay. It'll be like halfway to 2 when I kick out.
Okay,
A
that's
one
fine.
Yeah, 1 count.
Wait, who's control now? Is it still...
You still have control.
Okay. Maybe now that Frosted is standing up, Frosted offers another hand to pick Zero up, but again licks their paw. Offers it again.
There we go. Chat, if you look at the very top, you will notice there is a poll for who is booked to win. So Zero, how are you responding to this offered hand?
I'm on the floor though, right?
Yeah, so this could be like you just kicked out and now Frosted Flakes is offering you a hand. Whether it's to shake, whether it's to help you up, it's unclear.
Okay, well, there are cookies on the floor.
That's true.
There are. So I'm gonna give her a cookie.
Uh-huh.
And then, can I... Since I'm still on the floor, I would only... the only thing I could do is either kick out her legs or grab onto her leg and try to...
Well, if you can also spend momentum... Yeah, you can spend momentum to take control. Absolutely. Otherwise, the control is going to stay with Tori.
How much momentum is it? One?
It's just one to take control.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so we're spending momentum. You're taking control of the match. So you are... How are you getting yourself in control? How are you reversing your fortunes?
Can I do a submission?
You definitely can. What submission do you want to roll into?
Let's see. It's the leg. Not an ankle lock. I'm on the floor. Oh, what's that? Ooh, whose is it? Oh, whose submission was
Cross-face
it?
chicken wing.
Or possibly maybe figure four leg lock?
I could do...
Ric Flair's?
What's the one... who did it? I think it was... No. Was it John Cena? The one... He has the leg, and then the opponent's on their stomach, and then you reach out to where their head and you pull them back.
Oh, the STF, or I don't know what
the...
I don't know what its proper name is, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That.
Okay, absolutely fine. That is definitely technical wrestling. So I want you to roll a work.
Work. Oh, there it is.
Oh dear, it is. It's messy. You get it in, but it is definitely a botch. So we switch back over to Frosted Flakes. You get to describe how you counter out of the submission move, and you take control of the match.
Okay, so sensing the submission move coming, Frosted Flakes uses all her, like, you know, her upper body strength to slid away on the milk.
No.
Right? Like
slip and slide.
Yeah, slip and slide. Yeah, like that. So slid away on the milk. She then looks directly at Zero in the eye as Zero goes, wait, what? You know, like confused face. She gets up and she attempts to climb the top rope just to do yeah, just like a just some sort of move on Zero to get them onto the
Okay,
get them back on the floor.
Power move.
Maybe like a diving clothesline or something.
Nice. Roll me body.
Oh,
nice. So that is a 7 to 9. On a 7 to 9, you keep their attention. You can either hand control the match over to Zero, or you can gain 1 momentum, or you can retain control of the match.
So right now Zero's on the floor.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you can either get momentum by like giving ground, or you can just keep control.
Okay. Frosted Flake keeps control, but then straddles on top of Zero and begins to force feed Zero all the like weird ass crumbs and milk and Frosted Flakes currently on the floor.
Oh,
Okay.
God, that's a lot.
Well, this is an
I am
interesting thing.
taking Oh, give me that.
Well, to be fair, we're gonna give you. In fact, I think that is. So I think that's going to be roll heat, because there's a degree to which Zero has to kind of go with that. And we're going to swing over to Zero in a second, because Zero has been booked to win.
Ooh.
Oh.
So roll me heat with Zero, Frosted Flakes.
Ooh.
It's a 10.
Consumed.
Yep. So the crowd pops, you nail the spot, you retain control of the match, and you gain momentum. But Zero, tell me how you are going to power out of this. Tell me how you are going to build out of this and take it into your finisher, because Frosted Flakes is making you look foolish.
Well, I'm gonna start eating whatever she puts in my mouth. That's for sure. Be like, yeah, you food fight, I got this. Nom 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 nom. So like, and she starts to run out of stuff to like stuff in my mouth. That sounds wrong, but you know that's what she said. Anyway, what position is this? Like, okay, I forget what his.
So you're on the floor.
I
I feel like Frosted Flakes is kind of
on me.
Yeah.
Is it like Walls of Jericho kind of situation, kind of.
I guess
Yeah, or like Miro's. I forget Miro's submission, but it's
the camel
like
clutch.
that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you're kind of being camel clutch force fed.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the correct. That is the correct response to that statement.
Yeah, these sure are words that we are saying.
I need art of this. I need art of this. It sounds so fun. How do you even get out of
A suggestion is maybe Frosted Flakes focusing so much on the bit of throwing food that she's not actually holding the lock properly, and Zero can just kind of reverse and pin by surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, the other question is, what is Iron Maiden doing throughout this? Because you are also on the edge. Are you gonna?
Yeah, I
Are
mean,
you gonna intervene?
There is a specific thing that I could do to intervene, but trying to do at this point would be mechanically a bad idea. I think we just, like, I made this distraught. She is clutching the either side of her head wrap, just clasped, like, oh my god, this is an absolute disaster. And then internally, she's like, yep, this is what the story is supposed to be. I'm going to fire at least one writer after this.
Okay, so reverse out, and then I'd be on my feet, and then she'd be okay. My finisher basically is like an RKO. Shoutouts to Eggy, it's called 0 Hour.
Nice.
That's really good. I love that.
Yeah. So as I guess she's still bent over because she's like, wait, what? Where'd you go? I will run, I guess, kind of beside her, grab her neck, and then bam.
Okay, so you go into the cutter. Roll your finishing move.
I pray. Oh my god.
Oh. So, Yancha, you could potentially come in for the save here, because one thing you can do is there is the put over move. So during the match, the announcer has this move. After a wrestler in a match rolls the dice for a move, they can recap what they just did in the most glowing light, including covering up or explaining away an error or botch, and that gets it to, and that could bump it up to a middle.
Okay, so Yeah, let's do it.
Mhm.
Let's put over Zero in for
Cool.
this one.
So
And
how
I
are
need
you
to roll
gonna
for this,
how is your announcer going to explain away the botch? How are you gonna make Zero look good?
Okay, so Zero tried to attempt the 0 hour, and did not quite hit all of that. Was not able to pull frosted flakes in, but by but as she tried to do the 0 hour, a little Zero caught a little bit of frosted flakes hair and managed to pull her in, grabbing her by the hair, diving her right into the ground, and hitting her nose head first onto the ground.
Okay, that
Frosted
works.
Flakes, that is.
That'll do. So that'll bump you up to a 7 to 9. It's not a clean finish. So you can either choose it's rough, but it does the job, or you end up winning via count out, DQ, or interference. What do you prefer, Zero?
Ooh. Let's do. Let's do the it's rough but it does the job.
Okay, cool. So you both gain a momentum off that. So you got something to work with. It like the audience, like the particularly smart marks in the audience, like, ooh, they're not they're a little bit confused about the fact when the ref's hand comes down for the third for the 3. Sorry, Yanchi, you gonna say?
Oh yeah, they had to, they have no choice but to end the match early because of that.
Yeah, it's like it's
Frosted Flakes might potentially have been hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that is absolutely fine. So the bell rings. The winner of this bout is Zero. Like even the announcer's not putting a huge amount. Like it's one of these times where like the fact that they're all robots and the fact that some people like what? Like all the robots are doing like proper like super cheering noises because they're just separate speakers. Which is
I like the idea that the kind of like applause animations end and there is just a resounding silence for a while after the.
So we're actually going to go backstage. We're going to do that thing where we pull out on a big TV and Yancha Gogo is stood at an awkward angle looking at the TV over her right shoulder in a way that nobody has ever watched TV except in wrestling. What is your how do you respond to that match? These people are who you are in the main event with tonight. What is your response?
That was nasty. That was embarrassing. And you know what? That might be embarrassing, but you're not gonna experience as much embarrassment as I will put you in the next time we meet in the ring, Zero.
Oh, okay. So that definitely you're specifically calling out
Specifically
Zero. I would like you to roll.
Flex is not a threat to me.
That's fair. I would like you to roll cut a promo. So please roll look. Oh, it's a botch.
So Marina should fear that.
A little bit. Okay, so when you cut a promo on a botch, the audience are all kind of agree. Like it was embarrassing, but like it's not really a great work to build off. So like, yeah, sure, I guess. Plus, you're like they're kind of unsure because you're making a real good point despite being the heel. It just makes the audience super confused. But yeah, you get a momentum to use going forward. Speaking of, you have a match right now. And I would like all the other people to start thinking about character traits for a wrestler, for reasons that will become apparent.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Fangy. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. Appreciate it. Yancha, tell me about your music. Tell me about your entrance.
My music is metal AF. Okay. Entrance, black. Everything's black. dark first, lights turned off, and then light comes out from the tunnel and little smoke as well. But
Mhm.
it's like a red light. And no one's coming out from the tunnel. But there is a hole in the middle of the ground where an elevator is supposed to come up, but there is no elevator either. What happens is I fly out from the little hole in the ground and touch down onto the platform.
Is it a superhero landing?
Kind of. It's more
Nice.
menacing.
Okay, fair.
More menacing.
Mhm.
So you can announcer can cut my little entrance now. And then and then pyro goes off.
Now making her way to the ring hailing from the 55th circle of hell, the modern day Menanangal, the demon queen of the ring. Her name is Yancha Go-Go.
Way!
So, knowing that Caster doesn't necessarily understand the precise meaning of the exact words I'm about to say, Zero, Frosted Flakes, Iron Maiden, could you please give me a trait about the wrestler already in the ring?
They have a mullet.
They have a mullet, great. That's absolutely
Like long, luscious mullet.
long, luscious mullet, beautiful. What color is their hair? What color is the mullet?
Like a dirty blonde. A dirty
Dirty
one.
blonde.
Not a nice blonde, a dirty one.
Okay, I am deeply looking forward to what is the inevitability. Zero, what do you got?
So body type, the top half is super buff. Like, oh my god, arm day, best day ever.
Okay,
This skips leg day.
skips leg day. Okay. In fact, do you know what? I am gonna.
Make a note of that, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna make. And Caster, tell me one more thing about this wrestler.
Sure. They have like a luchador mask kind of style going on, but it's specifically open at the top and back, so we can still see the mullet, but you can't see the face.
God, that's amazing. Describe the luchador mask.
I think it's kind of like split in half vertically. The left side is black, the other side is white, and they have like opposite colored rhinestones studded in it.
Right, gotcha. I love that. Okay.
They say having maybe seen Mucha Lucha like 20 years ago.
It's legit. It's perfectly valid.
Cool.
Nest Rocket, hello. Fangy, you've read this TBT book but never played it. Hyped to watch. I hope we're having a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy what is going to come. Frail Sheep, thank you very much. And already in the ring, Skips leg day, because sometimes you have. I'm sorry. Sometimes you get given a gift, and you.
Iron Maiden goes home. This is unconscionable. No. Very good, very good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. At some point, I will try and get this to actually work and the match thing. Yancha, I trust you know the relevance of facing an opponent already in the ring. So I'm just going to allow you to take control. How would you like to kick off?
Before the bell even rings, I am just going to rush down in and go in for a what move should I do? What move should I do to start off this squash? I'll just go for a spear.
Oh, nice. So that is super athletic. The spear is basically a tackle around the middle of the body. Super powerful. Roll me body. Actually, You know what? I'm going to say. I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't matter anyway. I was about to say you could roll surprising agility, which is just But that's not a roll. Never mind. Ignore me. Okay, so you roll 7 to 9. Love it. So you keep their attention. You can choose whether to hand control of the match to your opponent and gain 1 momentum, or retain control of the match.
You know, let's hand it over. Let's hand it over. See how they'll react to it.
Okay, so in a surprising amount of guts, bravado, and possibly stupidity, like skips leg day, rolls backwards in a surprisingly agile thing, manages to kind of stand. They are clearly a little bit, I mean, not punch drunk, spear drunk, I guess. They are kind of, and they do the very classic putting up their dukes and take, try and give you a pair of body shots. And they step back, reload the arms, couple more body shots, take a step back, realize you have not moved a single inch, and you gain control of the match.
Okay.
Wykit, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult.
So I'm back in control of the match.
You are indeed.
Come on, that's a given. I'm always in control of the match. And so, as they are doing those tiny little body shots at me, I managed to grab one of the strikes incoming in. Let's say the arm or the leg. Let's say the leg, and then I managed to do a takedown on them, and then I apply the figure 4 leg lock.
Nice. If anybody wants to be an announcer for this match, they are more than welcome to, by the way. Just feel free
This
to...
is Reggie Voxpop announcing this match. I've never seen a wrestling match before, but I can tell that this one is going to be incredibly one-sided.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay, so that's actually... Figure 4 leg lock is you doing some real work. This is your technical wrestling. Yep. Roll work for me.
Ooh.
Oh, so it is a botch. That is fine. So it doesn't quite lock in. Like the issue is you train with a lot of people who have who don't skip leg day. So the fact that you suddenly have to deal with this wrestler who has the noodliest of noodly legs just means that you can't lock it in, and they can just kind of get it out.
Noodles. They just slipped out.
Yeah, exactly. Wet like wet noodles. In fact, they are slightly wet noodles because they still have it's really hard to clean milk out of a wrestling mat. So they are going to hop up and try and just do a standing a standing elbow drop to where you are relatively prone. How would you like to counter that?
I'm just gonna roll out of the way.
You're gonna roll out of the way. Okay, you have control. They grab their arm. They put on a really good show of showing the injury and like really looking injured. What would you like to do?
So I just, this is supposed to be a squash match, and I am going to squash this full. And I am going to apply one of my. Can I apply one of my finish moves now?
You can absolutely apply a finisher.
Okay. It's a torture rack. If you guys don't know what that is, where what's their name again? Whoever this is, chicken legs.
Skips leg day.
It's chicken legs to me
because
now.
I am
legs,
unsubtle.
Drops down on, miss the target with the elbow. I roll all the way. I kick them in the gut because they are, they're just right there, open target for me. And I lift them up, fireman's carry onto my back. And I apply the torture rack, which is what I call the manananggal maker, because I'm about to split you in half from the torso.
Nice.
So I am going to roll.
Yeah, please roll your finisher.
It seems Yancha Gogo's ready to use
another
her
bot.
finishing move, and
Oh.
unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going well for her today.
Okay,
She
that
seems
is
to be underestimating her opponent, despite how spindly his legs are.
okay. I am gonna allow. So you do. So the announcer does have the option to do the announcer move. I'm gonna give you a second just to.
Oh yes, I have the ability to turn this around.
But then or like Yansha may wish to allow the botch, but it's kind of, it's up. Yeah, I leave it in your hands. Describe how you would like to put it through, and then Yansha can choose whether to accept the help or not.
Just read. Bump the roll die up by 1 value. Sure, gotcha.
We all know, ladies and gentlemen, and the various robots out in the audience, that Yancha is the strongest one around. She's just softening the blow a little for this kneaded dough so he doesn't actually split in two. Unlike the audience out here, he's not a robot and would probably die if she used her full strength.
Okay, so Yansha, you can either have the 7 to 9 option or the botch option. Either way, you get the win, but it's just kind of what actually happens.
Oh, let's do let's see here. I'm going to take my finisher and featuring, or they showcase my strength. Yeah, so it's gonna be 7 to 9 showcasing my strength.
Absolutely
because
fine.
I am playing with my food at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am trying to make a point. So I'm putting over this young up and coming talent, but they're not essentially going to get a win on me.
Yeah.
But
so they are
yeah.
tapping real quick in this torture act. So how are you showcasing your strength as they are tapping in this submission move?
I'm just not going to acknowledge that tapping, and I look at the camera to mouth off that like I'm coming after you, Zero.
Nice.
The opponent does appear to be weeping openly. What a sorry sight to behold.
Oh, nice. So I actually think I'd love you to roll your heal move. I feel this works really well to get your heal move because I think you're looking to get under Zero's skin. So it's not something you roll. Sorry, you can choose to spend 2 momentum and then pick one from that list. Or you can keep the momentum for your next match.
Let's see here. Game +1 heat with my opponent. Spend 2 momentum and pick one. Okay. Well, not with this opponent, definitely. And
again, you don't have to. It's just an option that I think is there.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not spending it.
Absolutely fine. Okay, so you are holding this your opponent. They have tapped. The bell has been rung. Like they've got into the next stage where they're like ringing extra bells to try and get you to stop. Refs have been dispatched. There's like a couple of refs on each arm trying to pull Skip's leg day off you, but you're just like kind of shrugging them off. Skip's leg day has kind of just gone limp behind you, behind your head, and is now unconscious.
It seems Skip Leg Day is totally spent, but I bet none of you in the audience would be able to last much longer. Anyway, we'll catch you next match, everybody.
Okay, so how are you gonna leave them sprawled? Or are you just gonna walk with them in the torture rack to the back of the ring?
Just leave the ring.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I'll just leave him in the ring.
Okay, you drop, you step forward, they fall onto their face, and yeah, you walk back.
Yeah.
Do you
go to
do
the
it?
nearest cameraman, and they they on the TV sets they
actively
switch to the
flinch.
camera.
This cameraman actively flinches as you come near them.
And then I point at I point right onto the lens and do like a little biting motion.
Nice.
And mouthing off like I'm coming after you.
Okay. I would like to go very briefly to a backstage area. It is clearly like a medical area where both like Zero is not currently present. Frosted Flakes and Iron Maiden are currently being seen to by medical staff. Both just sharing the same single gurney which exists in wrestling. How do you respond to being in close proximity to one another?
Sorry that the previous match had to end that way. You're not too injured, are you?
Frosted Flakes, replied, because she's eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes at that moment, and all the bits just fly towards, the Iron Maiden as she goes,
She kind of sniffs slightly and like flicks a stray crumb of cereal from her shoulder. Good. I'm glad you're still breathing. Well, I don't quite remember what's supposed to be next on the program. She pulls up a little hollow clipboard. But I must say, I was quite impressed in how that match went. You did manage to make it delightfully entertaining. It wasn't quite one-sided, as some matches like to go in the studio.
Oh.
You can swallow first, otherwise you're probably going to joke. And I wouldn't want a potential member of my team joking in the future.
Okay, that's an interesting. Are you trying to persuade Frosted Flakes to align with you?
So yeah, Frosted, that it stands as a surprise. I don't think she's offered this to you previously. But she's like, oh yeah. You know, I wouldn't want a potential member of my team choking. She says.
Okay, Frosted has finished consuming the spoonful and goes, what do you want?
A breath of fresh air, darling. You know, your unorthodox style I rather appreciate. You do some very unexpected things. I was a little surprised that you actually floated the idea of the food fight and people actually said yes. That's a cult of personality right there.
So, Frosted Flakes pulls a mind game out, right?
I think that's fair. I kind of want to know if Iron Maiden is trying to play backstage politics right now.
I guess that's a move that I have, a thing that I can do. Hold on. Backstage politics, is that? Yes, make the play politics move. If you're arguing on behalf of your client, add this to the result options. Sure. So it is just play politics, and then I have an option of doing a thing on the other side. When the cameras are off and you want to resolve a disagreement in my favor, roll plus audience. I don't think my audience is checked.
No, it's just me plus one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think any of your moves would have increased the audience. Okay,
mid.
7 to 9. Yeah, mid.
They pick one and then you pick one. So
fun. So Tori, you get to pick one of the following. They agree you're right. The argument stays a private matter. Creative sets up a match or other segment that the person who selected this option wants. Or you change your want to something they want to see as a result of your argument. Or actually no, that's I think that's just for caster. You can potentially gain 1 heat, I think.
Okay, sweet.
So
Frosted gains a heat?
You can choose to.
Yeah. You can choose to gain a heat with me, I guess. Oh no, you gain a heat with 0 specifically. That's what that thing is.
Okay.
Okay, so what Iron Maiden is trying to get Frosted to do is to join them to take down Yancha.
Feasibly
I think just join a team, but you are in a triple threat match at the end of the night, so it could make sense that it's kind of at the very least a temporary alliance, even if it's not like a formal team.
At the very least, let's see how you do in the match upcoming with me as doing a little bit of management for you. You'd be surprised what could happen on the other side.
Okay, Frosted Flakes looks with curiosity, then offers a bite of the slightly chewed up cereal bar in a deal, like a handshake. That Iron must accept and eat from the bar.
Okay,
So
that is definitely mind games.
Sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
So you pick 2.
I mean, there's some stuff on this side to resolve first before we resolve that move. If
Yeah,
that's okay.
definitely.
Okay.
So there's still the ball is in your court as to whether you agree that I'm right, whether this conversation remains private, whether the GM is going to set up a match that involves what's going on here.
I think it kind of resolves itself as you formally start a team is the option.
Sure, I guess it's changing a want then. That
Yeah.
makes sense. If we're going to engage with mechanics, we obviously don't have to. But on my side of this, then, I think Frosted Felix agrees that I'm right. This doesn't need to stay a private matter.
Okay. Frosted Flakes, what are your thoughts? What is your outcome for mind games?
So, she will gain a heat.
So you get a heat with Iron Maiden.
Yeah. And she basically gains control of the situation in a way, right? Like,
Yeah, so you're basically. I mean, I think you are gaining control. I think gaining control kind of means Iron Maiden is eating the cereal bar.
Oh, sure. And I was not going to disagree with that, actually. She takes the cereal bar from you and with one hand just removes the cereal bar from the wrapper and gives you a wry smile and bites the unchewed end and says, absolutely, this will be definitely not boring.
Okay.
I assume you will hope to make it interesting.
and by that point, Frosted Flakes has already focused their attention on something else.
The younger wrestlers these days. And we move on.
Absolutely. So we.
I'm outside eating a pizza.
That makes sense. So speaking of Zero, we're going to quickly run back over. Zero, what are your thoughts to Iron Maiden making an approach to Frosted Flakes? Do you think they're going to help you in the triple threat match, even though they'll technically be your opponent?
For sure, it'll be interesting. Very interesting. We'll see how it plays out. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? After all, it's a triple threat. Anything can happen.
Oh, interesting. I really want to know if you'd like to speak any truth to power, just because you have that move in there.
Oh. My Mouth of the People, that one?
That's the one. Is White Kit the only person who thinks somebody murdered Tony the Tiger and stuck his face over their own? I mean, I'll be honest. He came onto the VTuber turf. Like, we're not we cannot be held responsible if he wants to play the game. He has to deal with the associated threats. Like, he entered the game of being a tiger VTuber, of being a VTuber associated with foodstuffs.
Is the thing he did.
It's like, yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry.
Operations be well done.
Sorry, Zero.
Alright, all good. Talk about Tori's manager over here. It's all good.
It's all good.
I can try. Wait, what's my audience at?
Just one. No, sorry, +2. +2.
+2. Oh. Let's see if I can break my botch streak.
Yeah. So what truth are you speaking to power? Like, I will note that Yancha is a pretty powerful force right now. In fact, yeah, we're gonna go into this. The microphone in your face asked you. Yancha Gogo has been targeting you with in their promos and specifically calling you out during her earlier match. What do you have to say to the power of Yancha Gogo this evening?
This is kind of like guess if you want to call it a David and Goliath kind of thing. However, I've stood up to her before. I know I can do it again.
Hey.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's truth to power. Yeah, roll me mouth of the people.
I swear, if it's another one.
I believe.
Card of the dice.
Hey.
It's middling. Waikit is terrified of Yancha Gogo. I mean, same. So say we all. So yeah, on a 79, you pick one. You get a big pop. You gain 1 momentum. You book yourself in a match. You're kind of already in a match. Put something big on the line in an upcoming match. Someone you're confronting beats you down for what you're saying, and you gain 1 heat with them.
Oh. Ooh. Hang on.
Burn an edge. Wrong RPG. Genuinely don't know what RPG that is.
You know what? Let's have a beatdown. What the heck? Let's go.
So you're gonna get yourself beaten down by Yancha Gogo.
Oh yeah, why not?
Cool.
Who doesn't want to get beat down by
Stares into camera.
Deeply.
Doesn't.
Fair enough. Cool. Yeah, Yancha Gogo comes in, throws you against the wall. How would you like your beating to from Yancha Gogo to go?
This conversation.
Step
I
on me,
can't.
please.
VTubers. Real step on me vibes. Yeah, I mean, exact same time. Yeah. Yancha, unless you want to do anything specific, you literally just happen to be walking through. You hit Zero into a wall. Yeah, you can definitely step on Zero if you like.
Yeah, so I pin Zero onto the wall, like with my hand like on her cheek, pressing it against the wall, and I get up close.
Me, please.
Yeah, it's kind of like a kabedon, except like you're getting sandwiched into the wall with my fucking hand. Freaking sorry, I don't know if this stream is PG-13.
Oh no, fuck it. I like honestly. I'm British.
Then,
you think we care about swearing?
And then I put your face onto the wall, cheek to cheek, sandwich, right? And I get up close and personal onto your face and be like, say that to me, run that by me again one more time. I dare you. And then you try to say something, and then I give you exactly what you want. I pull you away from the from the wall, and like slam you down to the ground. My foot to your face, and then pinning you down like that, and then I tell you 0, 0, 0. I like that. You know what? I've always liked that name. You know why? Because that's exactly what you are. You serve zero purpose. And you should give somebody else a piece of that oxygen in the ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Mm-mm. I will beat you down. And I mean that with 100%, with 1,000%. See me in the ring, 0.
I mean, it looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. We have already gone through everybody's entrances. So unless Frosted Flakes and Zero would like to formally come out together, or do you want to keep it? Do you want to keep it ambiguous?
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Because
Absolutely.
Yacha doesn't know, right? Yacha doesn't know.
I mean, it's kind of that thing of people know as they need to know. It's wrestling. What do people know versus what do people not know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, kayfabe wise, I probably don't know.
Yeah. Your main event tonight is for the VTW Championship. Yancha Gogo versus Frosted Flakes versus Zero. Ooh. So everyone's got their own corner. Iron Maiden, where exactly on the ring are you? Because I'm imagining, like, if you're looking at it from a square, like, top left is where Zero is, top right, Frosted Flakes, bottom left, Yancha Gogo. And this is a street fight, so falls count anywhere. Whereabouts you stood? Iron Maiden.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Are you dropping hints? Are you kind of stood between your?
I think Evangeline Lee is already sitting on a corner of the ring. When they all kind of make their way in. She's got her legs crossed. She's carrying a small espresso cup and plate, and is just kind of reclining there. And as everybody enters the ring, oh no, ladies, as established before, this is a street fight, and where better to have a street fight on an island with no car park or streets outside than somewhere with Street Fighter. And she gestures like off stage, and the camera like rushes down into the bowels of the Charles Entertainment Cheese Coliseum complex.
So the Coliseum's connected to an actual Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes. There's a full arcade. We've got like some bumper cars.
How did I not see the Street Fighter connection until you just said it? Oh my god. Fine. Yep, love it.
I gotta do something here.
It's good.
I figure let's make it big.
Plays.
The camera kind of like rushes down the corridor into this space. We see this absolutely way too expensive, but still somehow cheap looking, gigantic arcade space. And then our heroes and villains all walk in to do their big fight.
Cool. Who would like... You know what? I feel like Yancha had the advantage when they were at the end of that last interaction. And we know that Frosted Flakes is somewhat scared. So I think Yancha starts with control.
Okay.
How do you want to lead off? Obviously, with a street fight, this is no disqualifications, false count anywhere. Evangeline Lee, you can definitely you can definitely spend momentum to gain control should you wish to intervene on behalf of your client.
We'll
Is
see
it
what we can do.
false count anywhere to win the belt, or is it false count anywhere to like be eliminated?
No, we're not doing elimination. We are doing it is a straight 1v1v1, and first to a fall wins. Not least because we are getting dangerously close to midnight, and I'm aware that I know Tatsu has to head off reasonably soon, so we're going to try and not be too.
We're going to make it punchy. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm starting it off, right?
Yeah, go nuts.
So, cameraman's trying to figure out like where these wrestlers are coming from, and then from the corner of the camera is caught the ball pit, and then because there's like little movement happening in the ball pit, inside the ball pit, because like underneath all the balls, and coming out from that pit of balls is me, like popping out of there slowly, menacingly.
Like an arm first.
Yeah. Dragging myself out of the pit of balls and outside towards the center of this arcade floor.
Nice. Check the top of the chat window. Just feel like you need to be aware.
So I don't know if anyone else needs to do their entrance.
No. So we are. So we've already done entrances. You have done your entrance. You are in control. You get to go on the offensive, on the attack.
So yeah, I go after Zero. Obviously, I have a one-track mind, and it's to humiliate and beat Zero down.
Okay.
For betraying the trust that we had initially with each other and teaming up with this POS manager who wants to who is in my way. So let's I am gonna try to grab Zero and try to swing Zero onto one of these arcade machines here. I think this one's specifically Mortal Kombat 4. With so I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah, roll me body. It's a 9. So that means you get to pick. This one. You keep their you have the audience's attention. You choose whether to hand control of the match to your opponent and gain 1 momentum, or you retain control of the match.
Okay, let's see here. I will keep control of the match.
Nice.
And as I hit Zero onto the arcade machine, I unplug the arcade machine, and then I wrap that cord around her neck.
Oh,
Trying to get her to submit.
Nice. I feel that. I want to know. Are you doing is this a shoot kill?
That's a shoot kill.
Okay, roll me shoot kill, which will roll you plus body. So that's a 7 to 9. So it's not a botch. So again, you keep their attention. The audience is gripped by this. Choose whether to hand control of the match to your opponent and gain +1 momentum, or retain control.
Yeah, let's hand it over.
Okay, do you want to hand it over to Tori or to Zero?
Yeah,
let's hand it over to
Frosted Flakes doing?
Frosted Flakes.
Oh, Frosted Flakes is just watch it. Just being like, wow.
But you can't have me win the match, right? You have to do something because
It's
you
true.
have to
Wow,
win the
an
match.
attempted murder.
How are you going to do the How are you going to do the interrupt?
Interrupts. She interrupts by just as Yancha, about to do the next move. Frosted grabs a full box of pizza, like a full, like, you know, like the whole thing is still in there. Opens it up and throws it into Yancha's hair, like, you know, the back of Yancha.
Ooh. Is this you mind games, or are you just like trying to distract? Are you trying to be outlandish, or are you just trying to get her off?
Get her off, cause
Okay, roll
can't
me.
have that damage, or else Frosted will lose. So can't have that.
Absolutely fine.
It's like an extra cheese, like a deep dish pizza. It's not like a normal, like, you know,
Ooh,
dry. It's a juicy pizza. So
Nice.
her hair's ruined.
Okay, roll me. Roll body.
Oh no.
Oh dear. This could end poorly for you.
Well, this is your returning wrestling commentator, Reggie Voxpop, and it seems that the food fight is continuing in this match.
Okay, Yancha.
He says, like, playing, like, Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time on an arcade machine in shot.
Okay, so Tori, you botched the Process Blakes, you botched the spot. Yancha describes how they counter you and takes control of the match. I think it's safe to say that you're being somewhat distracted from
I am distracted.
Wait,
your
can
horrendous crime.
Frosted add momentum to, like, a roll?
Oh, that is
You
absolutely
can
a thing. You
spend
can.
momentum.
Yes.
You need to spend, what, 3 to get
Yeah.
into 7?
You need to spend.
She has 5 at the moment.
Then yeah, you can do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for remembering. Thank you for remembering a mechanic I had completely forgotten.
You've solved tabletop RPGs, Tori. You're now official dice roller.
Yeah,
You got it.
congratulations.
Oh no!
You have been
relinquish that.
you have congratulations. I dub upon you the class of rules lawyer. Okay, so you're gonna spend 3 momentum to move that up to a 6.
Is it 7 or 6?
To a 7.
Oh yeah, so you'll need to spend 4.
3, right?
Yes, sorry, 3. You're right.
It's late. This is not the hour of the day for maths.
We need maths to play a TTRPG. That's why we've got Roll20. Okay, so you go up to the 7 to 9 bracket. You keep contention. You either choose whether to hand control of the match to the opponent, or you retain control of the match.
You give the control to 0.
Oh, nice. Yes. So, 0 in the distraction. Yancha stops throttling you mildly to the extent where you gain control. What would you like to do?
Oh, heck. Okay, so here's the plan. Okay, so she's distracted. Wait, where's
Ooh,
Good question. Where are you?
Where are you?
I think there is a thing that I would like to do, but I'm not quite sure what timing I would like to do it in. Is there mechanically a way that I can like interrupt to go and give a bonus to Zero's roll?
I mean, you can definitely spend momentum to take control.
Sure. While you're kind of like deciding the best way to take advantage of this throttling going a little less strongly, there is one of the arcade machines makes like that when you hit like a jackpot and it goes kind of like noise.
Yeah.
And Yancha glances over and you see Iron Maiden with a gun.
What?
And she looks at you and says, bang. And it distracts you, but it is a light gun from like a point blank 2 machine. But in the moment, you're unsure what she's carrying. Is this a real gun? It's bright red, but let's not think about that too hard.
That's beautiful. Oh my god. Oh, because I was gonna do a thing where I thought you would probably want to get a few hits in after a while.
No,
They
instead
did
of
see you,
directly
right?
landing in a hit, she's damaged her arm and her stats are miserable, so she can't fight anyone. But she can very specifically distract somebody in a key moment.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess wait, am I distracted too?
I mean, I think it depends. I think I feel if you trust Evangeline, then you're going to be like, okay, no, this is within reason. This is not just crazy. This one is not just suddenly decided to
Mid-fight,
haul
just
off.
pulls a gun and shoots your rifle.
But you turn.
Oh my god, can I? Oh god, can I ask for the light gun to be thrown and I can pistol him?
Ha!
Yes,
Yes,
yes, you
with
can.
one smooth movement, she just rips the. It turns out that she's not in a position to fight anybody anymore, but she still actually has impressive core strength. She says, "Bang!" and with flexing one arm, and you can see even underneath the kind of like power suit, she's still cut under there. Just
What you say?
rips that gun and cable from the machine and just kind of like hawks it over to Zero.
By the way, I would like to just let people know there is still a proper fight going into the
It's looking
poll.
neck and neck.
It is very neck
poll.
and neck. So yeah, get your votes in.
I don't know if this will incur any kind of mechanical advantage. I've spent the one momentum, but like, hey, you have a tool to do something.
SJ,
with
I
now.
know it's you. Stop it. Yeah, no, you can definitely make some. We'll make some benefit. Okay. Let me see. So yeah, Zero, you have control.
Okay, so I did the pistol whip, right?
Oh yeah, okay. You went for the pistol whip. I think yeah, give me body. Unless you want to work stiff on it.
Give me a second.
You're pushing the ratings. You're pushing your look.
Yeah, listen, I've been working with.
We got the 18 to 24 demo.
Uh-huh.
Right now.
Nah, I don't wanna. Nah. As much as that it's this rivalry with Yansha, I still don't want to hurt her.
Okay, just roll me body then.
Ooh.
You do have momentum.
Do you want to spend 2 to push this to a mixed success?
Wait, where is it? Where am I?
You've previously
what?
failed some rolls, so you should have a.
Previously failed almost all my rolls.
Yeah.
That was the chance to turn your luck around.
Yeah, you can
we
spend that
might as well,
momentum.
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay, cool. You get up to a mixed success, which is you keep their attention, choose whether to hand control and gain +1 momentum, or you retain control of the match.
I'm gonna hand it to Frosted Flakes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, wait, where's Yanta Curtis? She's been pistol whipped. Is she on the floor or is she like staggered?
Good question, Yancha. Are you on the floor or staggered?
Staggered.
Staggered. Okay.
Plastic gun.
It's a valid point.
So Frosted looks at Iron, obviously, like a previous agreement. Previous agreement. Frosted grabs just a random lying box of Frosted Flakes. Right? And looks like she's about to throw it into Yancha's face to subdue her. But in a heel as a heel move, she throws it directly into Zero's face.
Okay,
instead.
Okay, you spend 2 momentum. You spend your last 2 momentum, and you get to pick one. You gain.
Did she have to roll for heal?
No, it's not. It's not a roll. It's just a thing you spend momentum on. So yeah, you gain 1 heat with your opponent, or you leave someone helplessly lying on the floor, or you postpone a match. Not really an option. Or you cheat in order to book yourself to win a match. I will say, currently
that Yancha's winning, so
it has, but you can rebook. No, you can absolutely go into business for yourself.
A surprise last second turnaround.
Absolutely. I kind of... you can absolutely go into business for yourself. I'll be honest, I was expecting this to come from Zero, but yeah, sure.
Just wait. Maybe if I get a chance, we'll see. I have a thing.
How can you cheat in a street match?
Well, because this is technically this is something that is part of our episode. You may have been here previously. I mean, why is there a box of Frosted Flakes in the arcade? That shouldn't be there, but you found it.
Mm-hmm.
You planted weapons.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, if you want to say a very obvious, underhanded thing to do in a street fight, like you've got to. The biggest thing you've got to do is make sure that your opponent, the third opponent, can't do anything. So some kind of trap, maybe.
Okay, so you give it a go. You go for cheat in order to book yourself to win a match. So how Frosted Flakes will do this is she pulls out the would Zero drop the pistol when the box of Frosted Flakes hits her face?
Most likely.
Yep.
Okay, so Frosted Flakes grabs the gun, which secretly she has loaded in with
It's no a squirt gun with milk or something.
yeah, like not with milk, but something like
Yeah, like milk, because I'm
like spoiled milk. Spoiled
Oh,
milk. Like
gross.
it's sour. It's not good. It's not good. Okay.
No, that's disgusting. Just regular milk. I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Exactly,
Let's keep
see?
it to regular milk for.
No, spoiled milk. Make you poop yourself.
Oh, whoa.
This went to a place.
I'm already gonna poop myself. I'm lactose intolerant.
But you don't know if it's lactose intolerant or food poisoning.
No, just for tone, I'm going to request that it's just regular milk.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just do regular milk. Cool.
Okay,
That is absolutely
regular
fine.
milk, full dairy, full fat milk, shoots
Yes.
right
Perfect.
into Yancha's face, eyes. She need to roll.
No, you just booking yourself to win. So you have blinded Yancha. Are you going to try and steal the victory over Zero? How are you putting down that? Yeah, roll your finisher.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
Interesting. Okay, so you roll a 7 to 9. You do not have any more momentum to play with to boost that to a 10. So they are going to make you work for it. You choose one. You get the win through Guile instead, and so you can gain 1 heat with them, or they help you play up your unique approach, and you both gain
Guile?
what plus
What's that in English?
Guile.
You do a flash kick.
Like
and
through
Yeah,
trickery, being kind of like, I've been cunning here.
Yes.
Okay. Frosted probably doesn't know how to do that, so
Aw.
maybe they'll definitely have to help play up your unique approach. Maybe Iron, you could
Mhm.
you could turn against your own and find, perhaps.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, are we about to get a full-on heel turn?
Oh, I don't think it is that necessarily, but I think there is a Can you describe a moment between the two of you where you are like locked in a power struggle? Like, ooh, whoever manages to kind of get the upper hand here might be the winner. And then I can kind of swoop in to help this win kind of happen.
Maybe Frosted Flakes. Because if she helps Zero, then Iron Maiden wouldn't help Frosted Flakes, right? But like, imagining a win over Yancha is kind of difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I think this is because we've already had this conversation about, hey, I might help manage you and we'll see the interesting story we tell together here. With Yancha currently not in a position to pin anybody, it seems that going for Zero might be the key to you winning here. But I'll intervene in a bit. Talk about how you get in a bit of a deadlock between the two of you.
So Zero was recoiled from the Frosted Flakes, but it's only just the box of Frosted Flakes, so you know, it's only one eye that's currently hurt. So they can see Frosted Flakes coming for them, you know? It's coming and, you know, doing a spear into the arcade machine that's still somehow functioning. And, Zero probably is a bit stronger than Frosted Flakes, so we get into, like, a struggle. Who can, you know, we keep on slamming each other into the same arcade machine.
It's like ring around the rosy.
Yeah, just
aggressive.
And I think standing on the other side of the arcade machine, putting a well-polished boot on the side of it, Yancha, and actually all three of you kind of here. And you'll find more wrestling like this on my new VTuber Wrestling League. But for now... And she pushes on the other side of the arcade machine and it starts to tilt and it will then pin somebody. I don't mind who it pins.
I mean, technically speaking,
not in the physical strength to go and push anybody. Oh, because this is set for this is currently set for Frosted Flakes to win. So I guess this pushing the arcade machine over kind of starts to Zero over, so she's easier to pin.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, putting the machine on top and then also pinning over the top is technically a legal pin.
Yeah.
In some,
if we pin both of us, but like Frosted Flakes just happens to be on top.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, in a technical, I quite like that. In the technicality, Frosted Flakes wins, but
yeah,
in terms of the narrative here,
it is the ultimate. What game is on the arcade machine? Zero, you have the closest view of what's being shown.
Yeah, because of Zero.
Arcade machine,
Yakuza
Yakuza Zero.
Listen, it's a very
there was a little bit a while ago where they made like a parody version of the first level of Streets of Rage 2 where you play as the Yakuza characters. So it's like that. It's like a scrolling beat 'em up with Yakuza characters.
Nice.
And,
That'd be so good.
Nice, love that. Okay, so Zero is gonna get on. Zero's under the arcade machine. Frosted Flakes is going over to get the pin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, wait! I thought it was like the machine pins both of us.
Yes.
But Frosted Flakes happens to be the one on top, so technically it's being pinned.
Right. Yes. That also does work. That works. So yeah, the ref looks around slightly confused, but then it is 1, 2, 3. The winner of this bout and new VTW champion, Frosted Flakes.
That's how angry Yancha is.
Yeah. Iron Maiden looks at Yancha having wiped the milk out of her eyes, and she says, "KO.
I feel this ends with a beatdown. Yancha, you wanna finish us out here?
Beat her up, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some cheap heat first.
Okay, yep, go for it.
There's still pizza in my hair, and I take it and I eat it, and it's like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Tastes like cardboard.
Oh, it's a cheap pot. There's booing from the audience.
Yeah.
Nobody is actually from this island, but it's a cheap pop. It's cheap heat anyway.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, go
sponsors are like, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Who is the victim of your beatdown? Because like I feel Frosted Flakes is like a couple of refs lift off the arcade machine off the two of you. Frosted Flakes is lightly on their feet, having a hand raised with the belt in the other hand. What does your celebration look like, actually?
Grabs a bowl of Frosted Flakes, chews on it, goes, they're great.
Excellent.
They're great! That one.
Zero, how are you extricating yourself from this? Are you looking at Iron Maiden in askance?
I'm smiling at Frosted Flakes.
Aww.
Aww.
That's genuinely wholesome.
Oh yeah, because they're a wholesome face.
Behind the mask, there is a wholesome face.
Yep. Yeah, Yancha, what do you want to do? I also feel like you definitely did do a face turn during that, but it's not a big deal. To be fair, I also feel like
Wait,
Iron Maiden may have done it. No, Frosted Flakes. I think kind of
She didn't just throw a box of Frosted Flakes, like,
true, but I also feel
Zero's
like
face.
I meant more the saving Zero, but it's kind of
Oh,
it was
yeah.
kind of made moot by the fact you then screwed over Zero.
Yeah, so it's
Or
meant to be
did-
like
or
a
did Zero screw
supposed
Zero?
face turn. It was just a play,
It was a
you know,
ruse.
ruse.
Cool. Yancha, pick your victim.
Frosted Flakes.
That's fair.
Oh.
Instant.
Yeah.
Go nuts. Go nuts.
So as the arcade machine got pulled up from my body, I instantly jet towards Frosted Flakes. While she's holding the bowl of cereal, I take that bowl, I smash it on her head. And
Nice.
then I look at her as she's down on the ground. I pick up the belt and I sniff it. And then I throw it down to the ground and leave because I'm coming after that belt.
Nice. And I think that kind of decimation, like actually Zero, what is your response? You were smiling at Frosted Flakes whilst they were celebrating. What is your response as Yancha beats them down? Because you're not really in a position to, come back up.
No,
I'm
just vibing on the floor, honestly.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to look at Iron Maiden though. I want to know what
Tranquilo.
their face is like.
Tranquilo.
Yeah, there is like a spark in her eyes that you have not seen from goodness me, that you've not seen from
you and me both, friend. You and me both.
And there's
Is this
a
the
kind of
spark
like
that when I think I gained your respect kind of thing, like that same spark.
in the same kind of space, being kind of like, I think we told a cracking fucking story today. Good work.
Ah.
And on that note, with with Carnage in the ring and Yancha storming off into the depths of the Charles Entertainment Cheese Coliseum, the announcers go, "Thank you so. What an amazing night of wrestling we have had here. Please join us next time for VTuber Wrestling. Thank you very much for inviting us into your homes, and good night." And everything fades to black. And that is the game. Thank you very much.
Oh, so snaps, everybody.
Fantastic
Snaps.
work from
Slamming
all of
the
you.
table, that's all.
I hope you all had fun.
Can we have an episode 2?
Yeah, that's fun.
Episode 2.
Ooh,
I
return.
mean, the thing. So I was kind of hoping that. So episode 2, I'm down. But the good thing about wrestling is that it's never. You have a variety of characters, so actually, if there are some people who want to come back and timing doesn't work, I may in the future just put out a call and say, hey, anyone want to come back, do some more VTW? You guys will absolutely have first refusal, but then we may get some new people in and kind of chop and change. Because I had a great time doing this.
Right, feels like Frosted Flake is dead. Like, like proper injury. It's no longer just a normal injury. It's like a proper you have to relinquish your title injury.
You're gonna need an interim champion.
Yeah.
I'm sure that can be arranged. Tori, I'm gonna just ask for like a little bit of opinion feedback. Because I think this is a very, I hope you all had a good time, and I would like to know what you thought. I'd actually really like to start with Tori. This was your first TTRPG. How did you find it?
She found it's really fun to make stories. It is a bit difficult to tell how far you can go with telling someone else's story without stepping on their toes and stuff. So not knowing when to stop would be a difficult bit that Tori was trying to figure out what she can say and what she can't say, and how far she can be oh yeah, and Zero died.
It's definitely something that you learn to kind of adjust at time as you do more of this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of really good tables encourage a space where somebody can be oh, actually, can we step back for that? And then people are yeah, okay, we can take a different tact. It's being okay with being actually, let's do it a different way. And then everybody's cool. And then that works. So yeah. You get into it as you play more.
Also, Tori, can I just say absolute this has been absolute VTuber wrestling, but just absolute props for making the complete most of having a VTuber model in all that you've been doing. Anytime I've looked at the bottom right of my screen, it's just been what the
There's
fuck?
something new going.
What is going on now?
It makes
No, it was great. I loved it. It was
tabletop people have outfits, and when they go if they play at the D&D or something, they have an outfit and stuff. Right now, she feels like she doesn't look like Frosted Flakes. She feels like she has to
donning the mask, the disguise.
Makes sense.
Go into the zone, right?
No, genuinely, props for stepping up to the plate and doing your first tabletop RPG. Welcome to the hobby.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It was really good. It's really nice to be able to listen and understand what's going on. Loxley has a lot on his plate to try to figure out which one to pick, though.
Yes, absolutely. The moderation is definitely something I try my best to balance out. I hope that it has been fun. Speaking of, Yancha, you was robbed.
I was robbed. What was that? What happened? I was booked to win.
You were?
She didn't know that nobody could counter it. She thought someone could counter it. Heal the heal.
To be honest, it's a really interesting one. I'm gonna have a look at it more because it's really vague. Because there is that. There's that thing.
It takes two momentum to win. It just feels a bit unfair, right?
It's true, but there's also things where there's stuff that as I say, I expected Zero because Zero specifically had. Let me actually.
My rules? What?
Yeah, you had rules. What rules? Which was something that literally you could break the rules in a match and on a 10+ book the finish of the match on the fly to win. So yeah, I was expecting that to happen.
Yeah, well, Well, judging by my current streak of botches,
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Yeah,
I was
Tori was surprised how many like non-botches she got. She was like, "Wow, she's been really lucky today."
It happens. It
Insanely
happens.
lucky.
So yeah, I don't know. I will have to look more into that because it's something that I've not. I don't know how these things like it's magic terms, but I don't know if things stack. So it's like whoever does it last wins, which also seems a bit weird. So I don't know.
I would assume so. From having kind of like read this through, I think this game is trying to encourage because for those who are familiar with like Dungeons and Dragons, where there is a very clear outcome of like a winner and a loser when like comparing roles and things like that. I think this game is trying to push much more for a move will go through if everybody considers it cool or not.
Okay.
So it gives everybody the opportunity to be like, actually, it could be this way, or actually, it could be this way, until we eventually either run out of resources. Everybody goes, actually, yeah, that's a pretty cool way of ending it. It's fine.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is an interesting thing to encourage.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I hope that I hope that you still enjoyed this foray into tabletop role-playing games, Yancha.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
My second one.
You really embraced the character. I really
was wonderful.
enjoyed how much you committed to having not really understood or seen that many like heel characters. I get it now. I understand. Thank you for teaching me.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Is like Casta, I will absolutely be interested to get your feedback. Probably separately off stream is like how I did, because this is my first time GMing on stream. So it'll be interesting to hear your feedback from that perspective. But also, like, how do you feel about wrestling now?
I still think I would have to be with a bunch of IRL friends and probably pretty sourced to go watch it directly. But I
can be arranged, buddy. Can be arranged.
I get the premise of it and all that, and I like the you can tell by the way that I played the character that the thing I think about wrestling is really interesting is using that kind of physicality to tell a story. That's
totally
the interesting part to me. I don't understand the physical strength or the name of the moves or whatever, but the drama of it is the thing I get. Mechanically, I really like the concept of being able to play the manager and kind of act in a kind of support role to the narrative inherent.
Yeah.
The moves that the manager gets is a little strange. I was gasping for the ability to augment other people's roles, which feels like the manager should be good at doing because I can't fight myself.
Yeah, I think from my perspective as a GM, it's sometimes a little bit tricky to kind of to keep you engaged, because like so many of the matches are designed to be like one person passes to the other person, passes to the other person, so there's not necessarily always a point for the manager to naturally come in, which is true in
is a little difficult, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
I think if they added an interrupt that I could do that messed with other people's roles, then I'd be all up in that. All those matches I'd be making better or worse. There is a move that I didn't get the chance to use because the ending that we ran into is like, I actually like that ending, I don't want to interfere with it, is I can make a roll and it's just 2d6, so I don't get to modify the end result, and then I also get to force a victory or a loss for a player. But I was like, but that finishes a match. I want to be involved in the middle to do
and you definitely got involved in the middle in
I adored the reaction of like, I pull a gun, and Loxit was like, what? Exactly the response that I wanted. Thank you for playing ball.
Very welcome. And finally, Zero Tatsu. I realize we have to wrap up very quickly, but
That's fine. They pushed the time, so I'm good.
Oh, right, fair enough.
They pushed it a bit, yeah.
That is fair.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But yeah, tell us your thoughts. How did you find it?
Oh, I haven't played D&D in so long. I needed a fix. I was so happy it finally happened.
Good.
This is good.
Good. I'm glad.
It's like my two worlds colliding. It's like,
I think that is the cool thing about it, is that you do have this then it is like you say, two worlds colliding. Like if you are a fan of, I said at the top, like if you don't know wrestling but do know TTRPGs, I think this is a great game. If you don't know TTRPGs and do know wrestling, did I say the same thing backwards? If you don't know either of the constituent parts, this is a really good game. If you know both of the constituent parts, this is a great game. Tori is indeed looking like she's struggling to stay awake. And to be fair, I am as well. It is 20 past 12 where I am. I don't know where everybody else is. So we are going to go and find someone to raid. Does anybody have anybody they would particularly like to raid? Just before I go and make make a suggestion from my general following list.
Only gal Tori has at the moment is a gal currently doing their like re-debut subathon.
Oh, yeah, we could definitely do that. I mean, it's the VTubing, so makes sense to go down that route. Yeah. Can you drop me their name?
Yes, here you go.
Thank you very much. So we are going to go and raid into Alteru, who, yeah, as Tori said, is going through a re-debut subathon. So do go and give them some love.
We are a bird VTuber with the same surname as Tori's name.
Nice. That does make sense. Would anybody like to? Let's go from Tori from Tori to Yancha to Caster to names Tatsu. I've been calling you Zero for the last 3 hours, and now my brain is broken. Does anyone have anything to plug? I know that Tori and Yancha Polaris Pro are doing a Fall Guys thing tomorrow.
Ooh.
We are, yeah. So, Tori and I are in this VTuber group called Polaris Project. Tomorrow we have a stream where we play some Fall Guys. I think it's 5 out of 6 of us.
Nice.
Yeah, 5 out of 6 of us.
And you can also join in on the stream by picking your team color.
Nice.
When we, so audience gets to play Fall Guys with us too.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna give it a good go. Tori's on a team on her own, of course.
Oh no.
Oh.
But yeah, thank you so much, Luxie, for inviting us. Thank you.
More than welcome.
Yeah,
Do you have anything? Do you either of you have anything else you would like to plug briefly? Anything you'd like to just say in farewells?
Every gal should follow Luxie. They play a lot of different tabletop-esque games. Tori has learned about a lot about different tabletop games. Just from seeing all the different games that Luxie plays. So every gal should go and follow Luxie.
Thanks, Tatsu.
Like that.
Absolutely. Yancha, do you have anything you'd like to plug? Say, yeah, go for it.
Hi, I'm Yancha. I play a lot of Gundam Evolution and Guilty Gear Strive. So if you like Gundam, if you like fighting games, come by my stream. And yeah.
Who'd you main in Strive?
Giovanna.
Ah, sick. I mean, Testament. I've been trying to learn Giovanna. I'm very bad.
Nice.
Caster, would you like to plug anything?
Hi, yes. Tabletop RPG streamer, designer, voice actor, blah, blah, blah. I have recently, I am a very say-so VTuber, but I have very recently been helping co-edit a comics anthology of sci-fi non-binary steamy stories, which Loxley has already posted in chat.
Yep.
I actually have a story that I wrote in there, which I like to describe as I saw a VTuber perform a song once and now my gender is broken. So if you understand that feel, please do visit that Kickstarter. It's about 2 weeks off finishing and is about 70% of the way to its goal. So all support is much appreciated. Thank you.
Actually, 80%, like 20 out of 26. Okay.
Ooh, we're very, very close now.
You're
Thank
very
you
close.
much, everybody, for supporting.
Indeed. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have my sexuality and gender is broken after seeing VTubers. If only from seeing chat when people were talking about Yancha stepping on them.
Oh, the response was visceral. Yes.
Yes. And Tatsu, is there anything you would like to plug and share and make us aware of?
Okay, so I am streaming every day. I did a challenge where I stream, or at least create content every day. We're in our last 3 months, so very exciting. Hopefully
Working
some
hard.
Nice,
live
congratulations.
support. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And at the end of the month, the 30th is my 2-year VTuber anniversary. I have,
Brava.
yeah, it's time. Anyway, yeah, I have some special things set for that day, so I hope y'all can come and support. And then next month, I know it's too early for this, but other than my birthday, I'm celebrating 5 years on Twitch next month.
Holy!
Yeah.
Congrats,
5
congrats.
years.
Congrats!
Thank
You
you.
have seen the rise and the plummet of Twitch.
The plummet. It's a plummet. Oh man.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's something very special that will be announced then too. So yeah, that's basically it from my end.
Well, congratulations for being an old.
Yes, Twitch boomer. Yes.
Yes.
Twitch boomer.
And if anybody's unfamiliar with me, welcome. I am Loxley, Setter of Strategy, the Capper and Card Shark, the board game Goat. I play a lot of. This is actually like, I believe. Caster has referred to this as, I am not necessarily TTRPG, but I am another horse person of the tabletop-alypse. In that I play a lot of board games, I play a lot of video games that are very express in their board game mechanics, so lots of deck building roguelikes, things where pieces are moving around. But yeah, if that sounds like your cup of tea, I've just finished a month where I've done a bunch of collabs. This is kind of like the grand culmination of collabs. We've just been having like 2 collabs a week for weeks and weeks and weeks. And that's been a lot of fun. So I've played a lot of new board games, introduced a lot of people to different board games. If that sounds like your jam, please do give me a follow. But yeah, we're going to go and raid Alteru. And it has been an absolute pleasure streaming for you tonight. Thank you so much to Tatsu, to Caster, to Yancha, to Tori. It's been a pleasure to have you. In the case of 2 of you returning, in the case of 2 of you coming on for the first time. If there are any board games you're particularly interested in, let me know. It would be great to have you back.
It's been magical. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Do feel free to use the raid message that I've just put into the chat. And yeah, it's been anything else is just going to be. Does anyone else have an outro that they would like to do?
Let's just send them over to the party people, man. I got to go to bed.
Yeah, same. Okay, catch you later, guys.
All we're gonna say is Yancha stinky.
Bye bye. Yeah, I think good. Called pheromones.
Peace,
Okay.
y'all. See you later.
In the meantime,
Bye-bye.
keep it kayfabe, folks. Bye bye. Right now. Go. Why is the button not working? Go. Go away. No, it's saying. No, it's not timed out. It's just I'm just not allowed to hit the raid now. There we go. Amazing.